Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick Phillips live on CampusNation.com. Tonight we have boys high school basketball. We have the Scholastic Play-by-Play Classic live from Wilmington's middle school gym on the campus of Wilmington High School. We are here with Noel running our camera, AJ Ganger doing the play-by-play, and Dave Martin doing a little bit of color here, and I'll interject from time to time. But as you see, we are live. We have action as far as warm-ups. Tonight's first game that we'll be broadcasting will be Roger Bacon and Springfield, and Roger Bacon, being in the sort of gold colors and black, are the team that you see on your screen on the left, and on the right you see the Springfield Wildcats as they're preparing for tonight's first matchup that we're broadcasting on CampusNation.com. I'll be turning it over now to our broadcast crew. AJ, you take it away and give us the scores from the earlier contest. There was one before, and give us a little rundown on what we're going to see tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the game that was started this entire thing this afternoon at 4:30, we had Woodward taking on Columbus East. Woodward pulled away during that game in the second half, winning 69-53 over Columbus East. Woodward improving to 12-5 on the season. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have two great matchups for you this evening. Roger Bacon taking on Springfield. Roger Bacon 9-6, Springfield 9-5, and of course, the biggest matchup of the basketball season this year. We've got 16-1 Wilmington hosting 14-2 Wayne. Wayne being the number 3 team in the state in Division I. Wilmington being the number 2 team in the state in the battle of the top 5 teams. Coming up here in just about 14 minutes, we'll have Roger Bacon taking on Springfield. Now, Roger Bacon, they come in today with the youngest roster during today's event with one senior. Head coach Brian Neal has received the bulk of the scoring this season from 3 sophomores and 1 junior. The leading scorer for Roger Bacon this year is sophomore Craig McGee. McGee is 6 foot 150 guard, is averaging over 14 points a game to lead the Spartans team. Despite his size, McGee also tops the team in rebounds, hauling in 6 boards a contest. The top scoring front court player for Roger Bacon is fellow sophomore Justin Johnson. Johnson's a 6'4", 195-pound forward, and he's second as leading scorer for the Spartans, averaging 11.8 points per game. Johnson is also the second leading rebounder for Roger Bacon, totaling 4.7 rebounds a game. The third leading scorer on the Spartans team is junior William Green. Green's a 6 foot, 155-pound guard. He joins McGee in the backcourt and is posting 11.6 points a game. Green is also a threat from beyond the three-point arc for the Spartans. A fourth player scoring in double figures for Roger Bacon is sophomore James Johnson. Johnson's a 6'3", 185-pound forward, is averaging 10.8 points a game. To go with that, he's got 5.4 rebounds a night, which ranks second on the team. The final start in the Spartans rotation is their lone senior, Monty Weberly. The 5'9", 165-pound guard provides experience and leadership on the court for the Spartans and is a role player who plays outstanding defense, often creating turnovers that lead to fast break opportunities for the Spartans. That is your rundown for Roger Bacon. Now for Springfield, head coach Isaiah Carson has led Springfield to an overall record of 9-5 heading into their matchup against the Spartans in the middle game of the first annual Wilmington Scholastic Play-by-Play Classic. The Wildcats will feature a dynamic backcourt combination featuring senior Deshaun Jackson and sophomore Danny Davis. Jackson's a 6-foot point guard. He's the leading scorer for Springfield, averaging 16.5 points a game. Jackson will have the ball on most, if not every, offensive possession for the Wildcats. Not only can Jackson score, he has the ability to find open teammates out on the floor entering play tonight. Jackson leads Springfield in assists with 3.5 helpers a game. He's also averaging over 4 rebounds a night, which ranks him third on the team. Davis is a 6'3" shooting guard. He's second leading scorer for Coach Carson, averaging 16 points a game. Davis has shown why this season he is one of the top prospects in the state of Ohio for the class of 2017. He's an outstanding defensive player, leading the team in steals with 3.4 swipes a game, while combining 5.5 rebounds a contest, which is second on the Wildcats team. Another underclassman for Springfield that is making a name for himself is junior Darius Harper. Harper's a 6'9" center and Division I recruit, is dominating post presence in the paint for the Wildcats. Leading into tonight's event, Harper is third leading scorer for Springfield, averaging over 12 points a game to go along with a team high 9 rebounds. Harper has received interest from programs from the MAC as well as West Virginia and Xavier universities. A fourth player who is scoring in double figures for Springfield is senior Henry Alexander. The 5'10" guard is fourth leading scorer on the roster, averaging 11 points a game, and provides even more scoring depth in a crowded backcourt for Springfield. Filling out the remaining starting lineup for Coach Carson is fellow senior Anthony Freeman. Freeman's a 6'3" guard, is an outstanding shooter, and is considered the top three-point option out on the court for the Wildcats. A couple of more underclassmen that have played very well this season for Springfield is junior Jeremiah Ward, a 6'5" forward, and sophomore Michael McKay, a 5'10" guard who provides scoring depth off the bench for the Wildcats. That is your rundown for Roger Bacon and the Wildcats of Springfield.
Impressive. Impressive, AJ. So what do you think tonight in this first ball game? And we got to remind everybody, this is the Scholastic Play-by-Play Classic, and it was originally marketed as the Hometown Hoops Classic in 16 years, Rick. How about that?
Well, that's probably about the time that I've been doing sports.
Yeah, you are a rookie to all this stuff.
Actually, we did have a game earlier today. We did a game at Wilmington College. The Lady Quakers took on the Heidelberg Student Princes. The Lady Quakers were victorious. What was the final score of that game, AJ? You remember?
51-48.
And the men dropped a very close one also to Heidelberg. They lost by, I think, 3 points.
Something like that. I think it was like 88-85. Right,
that was up at Heidelberg. But so this is the second broadcast of the day that we're going to be doing. We'll be doing a third one, obviously, with Huber Heights Wayne and Wilmington in the nightcap here. And there have been 3 games that will occur at this Scholastic play-by-play. So we've got a full plate, as they say.
Well, that's exactly right. And looks like the arena is really filling up quickly. A lot of reserve seats down there, but it'll be a packed house. What were you talking about? Maybe 3,000 in excess of attendance, Rick?
Well, I would say if it was filled up, it would probably be in excess of 3,000. Now, I'm sure that, first of all, there aren't any reserve seats for tonight's game.
Oh, okay.
Right. So the orange seats that typically are Wilmington Reserve, there's no special seating, there's no special discounts for students. All that is off the table for this particular tourney event. So everyone you see out there can be Wilmington, fans, or they could be any of these teams that have played tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of basketball to get in and see 3 against 3, 6 quality teams going at it.
Well, that's exactly right. And one thing I want to point out for all the listeners, viewers tonight, is that it says this year on the Scholastic Play-by-Play Classic that it's going to feature 35 of the nation's top 100 players in the 2014-2015 class. And some of the notables, and maybe AJ might even recognize some of these names that's played in previous Classic games. LeBron James, now of Cavalier fame. Dwight Howard, everybody knows Dwight Howard. I think he's currently residing down in Houston. Let me see. Rondo, and he was with the Celtics. Who's he with? He got traded, didn't he, AJ?
I don't know. He might still be with the Celtics, honestly.
O.J. Mayo, Ty Lawson, Anthony Davis, and that was one of Kentucky's fine players, right, Rick?
Right, and that's my team, right? Well, the Scholastic Play-by-Play is a series of tournaments that are occurring during the year, this being one of them. So there are some really talented players that play in this tournament all throughout the area.
And also, I want to point out that I was up in Columbus, Ohio last night. Had the opportunity to take in the ball game with one of the premier teams in the whole state, Westerville South, and they were very impressive in their win last night against the Hilliard, a tough, gritty Hilliard-Bradley team. And I've got a good feeling that the coaching staff and AD, and there might be a lot of people from up in Columbus tonight that's going to be checking out the action. They were very excited to hear that we were going to be broadcasting and stuff. We got to get AJ on his A game tonight. And, of course, my game's always A-rated, so it's...
Well, I thought he was A and you were J.
Well, okay. But we'll do our best to kind of liven things up and have a good time and give you a good rundown on all of tonight's action. And it's going to be pretty exciting to see these two games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think we're going to see there's a lot of interest statewide in the two teams that will play in the final game tonight. Obviously, with Wilmington being ranked second in the state, they have suffered a loss since that ranking as far as second, and that was to the defending Kentucky State champions by 3 points. It was a fantastic game. You can see it on our Campus Nation site.
Yeah.
Just scroll down a little further. Don't watch it right now. Let's watch these two
watch
games.
Watch live action.
Right. And, of course, these two games will be recorded and be available on our website sometime probably early tomorrow morning, but they will be available in our archives so you can catch all the action. If for some reason you miss part of one of the games, always come back and watch it in archive on campusnation.com.
And one of the other things we want to encourage everybody is get on your Twitter account. I don't know, AJ, you know what a Twitter account is, right?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Okay, he's got 2 of them. Get on your Twitter account, Facebook, email, you name it, and tell all your friends. Anybody that's a basketball fan, let them know what's going on tonight. And, you don't get that many opportunities to sit right in the comfort of your home or wherever you're at, even if you're at a bar getting an icy cold beverage, and take in games like this, and the coverage will be real good. We've got a quality camera person sitting here to my left, right?
Oh, Noelle's the best.
Noelle's, and she took a little power nap, so she's all set, raring to go. And AJ on the mic and myself and Rick keep us in line and stuff like that. It ought to be a lot of fun. But, yeah, let your fans and friends and family and whatever, anywhere in the country, let them know the ball games and the quality. And tonight, really, I don't think anybody would want to miss that game tonight because it's going to be exciting.
Well, and obviously this game coming up is probably not going to be any slouch of a game either.
No,
These teams have been matched according to their record and their prowess as far as in putting the best teams out there against each other that you've got here as far as the talent. So I don't think that, and that first game wasn't that big a blowout for Woodward. So I think that either way you look at it, there's going to be some very competitive basketball, which each one of these 2 remaining games. And obviously with the Wilmington and Huber Heights, that is for a big claim to possibly even number 1 next week in the polls, right?
And we may even have a lot of people from down in Kentucky since Monday night's successful broadcast tuning in tonight.
Oh, look what we've got there. AJ's zooming in on our head football coach here at Wilmington High School, Scott Killen.
Oh, okay.
I told him to be careful what he wishes for because he was giving me crap for us not doing the first game because we had the college game. So I told him, be careful what you wish for. You might it up on camera, and there's Scott Killen right there.
Scott is right in the center. Well, he was in the center.
Yeah.
But anyway, Scott is the very young, good-looking man that is sitting there. And, of course, we followed his Hurricane football team. They ended up 8-2, had an outstanding season this year. And so we've put him on the love cam.
You might want to mention that a couple of his players from the football team, they hoop it up.
Oh, yeah, AJ, the team has given us a couple of our basketball players.
Yeah. On the Wilmington's team. I know.
Oh, Dylan Bogard and Alex Miller, Garrett Scott, Harley McPherson, just to name a few of them.
Right.
Yeah. So that's pretty impressive. So, this last game will be something that everybody won't want to miss with number 1 Wayne. And, Rick, I'm surprised that Wayne had picked up 2 losses this year. Did they have some injury problems or guys getting sick? Or that's really
I think they just played 2 outstanding out-of-state teams.
Oh, is that what
They've
it was?
not lost any teams in-state.
Okay.
I think one of the teams was a Florida team, one of the top teams in Florida, and one of the teams was a top team. I don't know if there was Illinois or New Jersey, but they were both out-of-state. Well, as Wilmington, we've lost our only game this year to an out-of-state team, which
the
was
defending state Kentucky champs.
and no slouch, by any means as far as them coming in. Outstanding, basketball in Kentucky, obviously. And the team was very impressive, very, very quick. And they actually beat Wilmington at their own game, which was speed. And I think with this Wayne team that you're going to see tonight, you're going to see that speed, showcased with both teams. Because as I understand it, Wayne is very impressive as far as their speed up and down the court as well.
Sounds good. Well,
we're going to get ready to do the starting lineups down there and get ready to go. The Wildcats will be the away team. They'll be in yellow jerseys. And Roger Bacon will be the home team in their white and gray jerseys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for our first game, the second game of the play-by-play Scholastic Classic here at Wilmington. This is our second broadcast of our 3 games this afternoon and this evening.
Marathon.
Yeah, we've had a triple header today. 8 minutes on the clock. We're ready for tip-off. Sit back, relax as you're watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. The tip goes to Bacon. Green picks it up, hands it off to McGee. McGee gives it to Weberly. Very fast-paced here early on.
Tight man-to-man defense, AJ.
Nice pass back over to Green. Green's going to put up a three-pointer. That one no good. Rebounded by Springfield.
Oh,
and
steal.
Henry Alexander and number 25, Montre Weberly with the two-pointer off the steal.
Real quick hands. Nice job there.
The big man down low is going to go up and get it blocked. Darius Harper's shot was blocked for 3 on the outside. That one is no good. Shot was taken by Deshaun Jackson. And here comes the Spartans down the court in the corner for 3. And that one is good by James Johnson. 5-0 Roger Bacon in the early going with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. That's a nice drive off the glass. No good. McGee giving it off to Johnson. And Justin Johnson for 2.
Nice acrobatic move there, going to the hole strong. Ends up with a layup.
7-0 is our score. 6:35 to go, first period. Wildcats looking to get on the scoreboard. And that's going to be a foul against Roger Bacon.
Well, the refs will probably want to call things tight here early on to keep things in line. Little ticky-tacky type of foul, but nevertheless.
Foul was on James Johnson, his first, the team's first. Unbounded from the side. Inbounded goes to Danny Davis. Davis looking for a screen, gets one. Works off the dribble. Three-pointer from beyond the letters is no good. Davis with the rebound, passes it back out. The jumper from the top, no good. Still with the rebound.
Big guy.
Goes up off the glass for two is Darius Harper.
Nice move by the big guy. Good rebounding.
Bacon on the other end. Green with the basketball. Green gives it to Weberly.
Well, steal.
One stolen away.
Here goes up.
And foul. The bucket doesn't count. No good. Danny Davis gets fouled. He'll go and shoot two.
Nice defense out on top.
Justin Johnson charged with his first, the team's second. Shooting two for the Wildcats, number 10, Danny Davis. First one's up and good.
Eight to 3. 8-3 is score. 5:44 to go.
Should be 7-3. They're changing it. 7-4. Roger Bacon in the lead.
Yeah, they got to change.
Bacon, the Spartans bring it up the court. Green gives it off to McGee. McGee over to Weberly. Weberly hands it off back to Green. Green kicks it outside. Johnson thought about a three.
Steal.
Davis again takes it all by himself to the hoop for two.
Nice play. That's two of them. Two steals out on top.
And Johnson was thinking about taking a three-pointer and threw the ball away instead.
Yeah.
Another
steal out on top. That's three in the early going.
Deshaun Jackson kicks it outside. Three-pointer up and no good. Rebounded by Roger Bacon. Here they come down the court in transition. Nice pass off to Johnson, who thought he had a man cutting inside. And Deshaun Jackson gets that one knocked out of his hands. It's going to stay with Springfield. 7-6, 4:51 to go in our first quarter.
That's at least 4 early turnovers, AJ. And I'll tell you what, the guards are going to have to tighten up their play a little bit because that's a recipe for disaster.
Brandon Bibbs coming into the ballgame. Davis gets the inbound pass, and he is fouled, I believe, by Green. Yep. First charge foul to William Green, the team's third. Shooting two at the line, Danny Davis. Davis misses the first. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Quarter number one, still a 7-6 ball game. The Spartans of Roger Bacon on top. The second shot for Davis is good to tie it up.
Danny Davis, a 6'3 sophomore, so he's got a lot more eligibility ahead of him.
Green gets the inbound pass for the Spartans. He works it up the court. All right, to make his move. Gives it to Bibbs. Bibbs over to Johnson. Johnson to Johnson. McGee tried to kick it out. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Possession stays with Roger Bacon. Inbound pass underneath the basket. Gets it into Green. Green drives, goes up with it off the glass, no good. Johnson saves it, and they restart.
Nice rebound and save there.
McGee out to Green in the corner for three, no good. Ball still loose, rebounded by the Cats. Jackson inside, no good.
He got the rebound.
That one blocked. They still have the ball and possession. Go up with it, no good. Freeman couldn't put that one down.
Yeah. Ooh,
and
another steal.
Jackson going up. The big man off the glass for two, Darius Harper.
Well,
now 9-7.
You can tell, AJ, he's going to be a force anytime he catches the ball around the bucket.
6'9" junior. Johnson at the top for three, no good. Rebounded by Harper. Harper gives it to Jackson. Jackson gets it stolen away. Green on the other end, off the glass, and good.
Nice move.
Nice finger roll from Green. Danny Davis brings it up the court for Springfield. 3:15 left to go, first quarter. Three-pointer at the letters, and Danny Davis from way downtown.
Deep.
He's dialing it up from long distance. 12-9, Springfield in the lead. Bacon with possession. McGee with the basketball. Kicks it outside to Johnson. Johnson got cut off when he was trying to drive. He passes it. Good pass. Bibbs kicks it back out. McGee for two. No good. Rebounded by Alexander. Alexander gives it to Davis again. Same spot. Same shot. Three-pointer, Danny Davis.
He's impressive this first period.
On the other end, Bacon with a three of their own, and that one is good by number 20, James Johnson. So now it's 15-12, trading three-pointers, both teams now. Deshaun Jackson. Gave it to Davis, back over to Jackson. 2:10
here.
left to go, first period. Davis for another three. No good. Ball still loose. Rebounded.
Inside.
Harper tried to dunk it. No good. And a foul against Springfield.
The big guy, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he hung onto the rim. I don't know who he was going to come crashing down on. But he's impressive. They got a nice inside-outside 1-2 punch here, AJ.
Yeah. Deshaun Jackson is charged with the foul. His first, team's first. They'll be impounding from the side. 15-12. Springfield in the lead. 1:57 to go, first quarter. Bibbs brings it up to court. Throws it off to number 23, Lunkin. Bibbs, nice pass inside McGee.
Yep. He got himself up in the air there and wasn't sure what to do with it, and it ends up being a turnover.
Couldn't find Weberly.
Yeah.
Davis gets the inbound pass for Springfield. He works it up the court. And the three-pointer, good from the angle by number 23, Deshaun Jackson.
Nice touch.
6-point lead for Springfield here early on. Weberly with the basketball. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson thought he had a lane. Backs back out. Got to get rid of it. Kicks it outside. Nice
inside.
pass.
That's a nice
Weberly
ball movement there.
Gets fouled. Two shots.
The Cats have outstanding defensive pressure out on top, and you see the guards start to seem like they're getting a little rattled, but they had good ball movement in the last possession. It's going to end up with a couple free throws.
Michael McKay charged with his first, team's second. Shooting two is Weberly. He just made the first one. Johnson and Green back on the court for Roger Bacon.
You got some very stylish uniforms there. You notice that with the glowing silver on the numbers?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Second shot, no good. Here comes Jackson on the other end, and he's bumped by Bibbs. Number
good call
2.
out on top.
It's his first, the team's fourth. Inbound pass. Oh. Davis tried to tip it in.
Yep.
It's going to go to Roger Bacon.
Davis is pretty acrobatic, but that was a little tough even for him to handle that pass.
Luke Baker now on the floor for the Spartans. They got to inbound this ball quick. They just get it into Johnson. And that one almost stolen away.
Davis all over the court. He's already had at least 3 steals.
Got to inbound it now from the corner. Timeout taken by Roger Bacon. He wasn't going to get it in.
That's a smart move there. One unnecessary turnover.
30-second timeout, 18-13. Springfield in the lead. You are watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Well, let me shake Rick up a little bit here. Rick, what do you think so far? Have you been taking a nap or you've been watching?
I have been trying to keep you guys sounding and looking good, but
okay.
Hey, we do want to
remind
everybody.
We don't have to worry about our looks right now.
Well, that's
true. Camera.
We want to remind everybody that our broadcast next week on February the 4th, we've got men's college basketball. Ohio Northern's Polar Bears are coming in to Wilmington College for a men's game, and that game will tip off at our pregame show will be at 7:15. The game will tip off at 7:30. So that's next week. We also have a women's college basketball game, Marietta at Wilmington, on the 7th.
Good info.
Green brings the ball up the court, hands it off to Johnson as they work it around the perimeter. McGee goes inside. Number
Beautiful.
23 with the bucket, Tony Luckin. 18-15 now. Give it off to Cam, who drives, puts up a jumper, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. McKay, he's going to put up a three, no good. Rebounded by McGee
15
and the
seconds,
Spartans.
going to have to hustle. Get the last shot off here, first quarter. Drive
McGee,
inside, nice move.
no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats, 4 seconds left. Davis
Got to hoist it.
puts
Too
one
late.
up, doesn't count. At the end of our first quarter of play, the Springfield Wildcats leading Roger Bacon 18-15.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been an impressive first quarter. Both teams have the ability to go up and down the court. Seeing good outside shooting. A lot of good steals with the Cats. I'll tell you what, they're very aggressive out on top with their defense. So we're in for a heck of a good ball game the rest of the night, it looks like. And I can tell already that these teams are both very well coached.
And I think evenly matched. And as I was saying earlier, they try to take these teams, look at their records, look at the types of teams they are, and match them up so you get the best, basketball with each game that's played in this the Scholastic play-by-play. Just a reminder that we, on February the 7th, have that Marietta at Wilmington ladies Quaker basketball game. That starts at 2:45 with the tip-off at 3. And then we also have a double dip that day. On Saturday, we come back to this middle school gym for girls high school basketball. The Chillicothe Cavaliers come in to play the Lady Cane right here on February the 7th, and that starts at 7:15 with a 7:30 tip-off.
And while you're at it, Rick, be sure and let the audience know that you cover more than just basketball. You've been doing a little bit in the wrestling arena, right?
All right, we've got wrestling, we have basketball, we've got football. We cover about 20 different sports.
Beautiful. Good pass
Nice
inside.
pass.
Oh.
Foul. Davis is going to go back to the line. I told Scott Kellen that I put him on the kiss cam, and he goes, "Come on now."
Looks like he's behaving himself right now.
He was laughing because he knew I read it. Davis shooting 2 at the line. The foul was on number 0, William Green, his second, team's 5th. First shot good. Still to come later on this evening, 8 o'clock tip time for the number 2 team in the state, Wilmington Hurricane, taking on the number 3 team in the state, the Wayne Warriors. Second one is good as well, making it 20-15. Oh, man.
Court pass. Oh, completed inside pass.
That one stolen away. Ball still loose.
The jump ball.
Possession arrow, I believe, stays with Bacon.
That's kind of chancy, a long court pass, unless the guy's in a breakaway situation. But they completed it, but didn't result in any points. Almost a turnover.
McGee getting the inbound pass. Nice pass to Johnson. Johnson lost it.
Another steal with those quick hands out on top.
Jackson lays it in nice and easy for 2. 22-15, Springfield in the lead. That one gets knocked out. It's going to stay with Roger Bacon.
The Cats' defense has been very impressive in the early goings.
McGee gets the inbound pass, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson over to Bibbs, and a foul against Springfield. Number 5, Henry Alexander, charged with his first, team's 3rd. Johnson gets the inbound pass. He's going to drive, go up with it off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Danny Davis. He gives it off to Jackson. Jackson, step up jumper, nice
Good.
shot for 2. that rainbow arcing shot. 2-on-2 down the court. And foul. Charging.
Yep. That's going to be a charging. Just got a little bit out of control there.
Justin Johnson's charged with the charge. His second.
We're starting to see a little bit of a separation here, AJ. 24-15 early in the second period. The Cats, I'll tell you what, their aggressive defense out on top's been the difference in the game, in my opinion.
Right. Jackson with the basketball. Steps back, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by the Spartans and Craig McGee. McGee gives it off to Johnson. Johnson to Weberly. Weberly to Bibbs. Bibbs in the corner. Jumper from McGee. Good off the glass.
Rattled it in. They had a little bit of a dry spell, so that really helped them there.
24-17, 7-point lead for Springfield. 6:25 left to go in the first half. Alexander with the ball. Kicks it back out to Jackson. Jackson, step back. Again, another shot, no good. Rebounded by James Johnson. Bibbs almost fell on the other end. Weberly. Nice pass to McGee. Looking, passes it out, three-pointer. Three is good.
Nice shot.
For Weberly.
Quick 5 points got Bacon back in the hunt, 24-20.
Danny Davis from the volleyball line. Dial that up, and he connects from long distance. 27-20, and that one's stolen away again. 3-on-2 numbers for Springfield. Danny Davis with another lay-in. Springfield starting to widen the gap a little bit here against Roger Bacon. McGee with it, and a block. Number 22.
You know, they could have called a forearm shuffle there, but refs called the blocking foul. Bacon has got to be careful. They can't get taken out of their game and get shook up by the explosiveness of the Cats right now. But they're going to have to find an answer for all that defensive pressure out on top, because that's cost them dearly throughout the ball game.
Number 22 charged with the foul. Jeremiah Ward. His first, team's fifth. Or team's fourth, my bad. 16 fouls for
another steal.
Bacon. Alexander gets fouled before the shot, but that's going to be a 1-and-1.
You know, we don't have the official stats up here, but I would say at least 7 or 8 turnovers right now for Bacon easily. The Cats are lightning quick.
So 1-and-1 upcoming for Alexander. The foul is on Green, his third, the team's seventh. Front end is no good, rebounded by Roger Bacon. McGee kicks it outside. Webley gets fouled.
That was a nice drive. He was challenging the big guy in there for the Cats.
Yeah.
Mr. Harper, he's a presence down there, no question about that.
Number 4, Jack Bishop charged with the foul. Team's fifth, his first. First shot up and good for Webley. Second free throw is also good. 29-22, Springfield in the lead. 5 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in our first half. Jackson brings the ball up for the Wildcats. Big guy inside wants to rock. Danny Davis has it. Davis does go inside to the big guy. Harper.
Double team.
Goes up, misses it. Rebounded by the Wildcats, and number 4, Jack
nice hustle.
I'm sorry, they don't have number 4 listed on the paper.
Well, it was a nice play, whoever it was. We don't know right now.
3-pointer, no good for James Johnson.
Long pass, outlet, inside.
Slam and jammer! Number 23, Deshaun Jackson with the dunk, and a timeout taken by Roger Bacon. 30-second timeout, 33-22, Springfield in the lead.
Deshaun has really upped his game here in the second period. Wow. I was thinking they had a 1-2 punch, but it's 1-2-3.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports. Still to come later on this evening around 8 o'clock. Number 2, Wilmington taking on number 3, Wayne, in a battle of top 5 teams in Division I in the state of Ohio.
The Springfield squad has been impressive, Rick, and that's down in your neck of the woods, isn't it?
Springfield is actually just east of, it's between your neck of the woods, Columbus, and Dayton. It's east of Dayton and west of Columbus. But they're part of the G-Walk, which is the big league down here that Beaver Creek and Centerville and Wayne, and the G-Walk's a pretty...
Oh, right into the hands of Davis.
Oh, and taken back away.
Bibbs takes it by himself, gives it off to Johnson, who is fouled.
Yeah, impressive basketball down there. The Springfield team's got a nice squad.
Yeah, one of the things that we want to note is there's been quite a few upsets with undefeated teams in the state of Ohio this week. Besides Wilmington going down and Dublin-Jerome going down, we had an upset, I guess you could say, of a game last night, which was the Elder Panthers were defeated by LaSalle 62-47, and Elder they were ranked, I think, 6th or something like that, and they went down to defeat as well.
I witnessed the Jerome defeat and stuff, and they played good, but that Hilliard Bradley put on a heck of a shooting demonstration from three-point land.
On the other end now, Springfield with the ball. Jackson, blown three-pointer. That thing hung up there forever.
When in doubt, shoot it, AJ.
Yeah. On the other end.
Oh, the big guy with a block.
Harper gives it to Danny Davis. Davis got the basket.
Nice drive.
38-23. Springfield running away with it now, 15-point lead. Webley to Johnson, who's fouled. That'll be the second one against the big man Harper.
Yeah, I would advise Bacon to think twice about trying to get in a running match right now. The Cats just seem like they got too much quickness, especially out on top with their excellent pair of guards out there.
First shot for Johnson is good. It's Justin Johnson at the line.
Well, the guards can be more aggressive. When you got a big 6'9" guy like Mr. Harper back here standing to swat away things, you can be a little bit more adventurous out on top, going for steals and whatever. That's a good combination.
Second bucket was good. Makes it 38-25. Springfield in the lead. 3:37 left in the first half.
Mr. Harper's going to get a little bit of a breather here. He's been working hard.
Jackson in the corner, three-pointer. That one no good. Rebounded by Roger Bacon. McKay took that shot, couldn't connect from long distance. McGee with the basketball for Bacon. He kicks it outside to Johnson. Johnson's in trouble, gets rid of it. Webley over to Lunkin. Back to McGee. Goes up with it off the glass and a charge against number 15.
Yeah, the defensive guy was set there. It was a good call by the ref.
Craig McGee. His first foul, the team's 8th of the half. 3 minutes left to go in our first half of play. A 38-25 Springfield lead. Davis for long distance again. Three-pointer, Danny Davis.
Another steal.
Nope.
Almost.
Johnson gives it to Bibbs. Bibbs back over to Johnson. McGee for three. That one in and out, no good. Rebounded by number 3 for the Wildcats. And Jackson travels. All these J's.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Danny Davis is about as impressive a first half as we've seen all year from any player, especially his long-range shooting. You know, I do a little bit of that when I play over there at the Dublin Rec Center. You know that, Rick?
Yeah, but the baskets are only 6 feet tall, Dave. Come on.
Why?
Come on, Dave.
My bubble. Okay.
Come on, Dave.
Okay.
This one going to be almost stolen away. Lumpkin pulls it back down, and he's fouled.
Yeah, no,
by
they're
number
not allowed
one.
to lower the buckets that low. We still play at 10 foot. We just move a little slower, and we don't jump quite as high, but we can still shoot.
McKay is charged with the foul. His second, team's 8th. Shooting a 1-on-1. Lumpkin, front end, no good. In and out. Rebounded by Bacon. Lumpkin puts it up off the glass, no good. They still have the ball. Nice drive by Webley to get out of the trap,
Nice
and he puts
pull-up.
it up with one hand.
Yeah, nice pull-up. Good job. Down court. Oh, Davis.
Nope, that wasn't Davis.
That's
And
going
a
to be goaltending.
basket counts for number 1, Michael McKay. Makes it 43-27, 2:04 left to go in our first half. Akram coming back on the court. Jackson going to get a breather. The inbound pass goes to Webley, who gives it off to Baker. Nice pass. Webley gives it back to McGee, who goes up, no good, and he's fouled. 2-shot foul.
It's a hard foul, but looks like he's up, bouncing around, and he's okay.
Rashid.
But it's good to
Akram.
see they're trying to be aggressive, AJ, and take the ball to the hoop, which is what they've got to do.
First shot for McGee is good. Lumpkin coming back on the court as well as Bibbs.
.43-28, minute 53 to go.
Second shot for McGee is good. 43-29. As time's winding down here in our first half of play. Davis brings it up to court. He gives it off. Back over to McKay. McKay gives it to Johnson. Three-pointer by Danny Davis, no good.
That's one of the first ones he's missed.
Johnson reins the pass back in. All the way down, gives it to McGee. McGee to Bibbs.
Good
Bibbs,
pass
Lumpkin.
inside, no good.
Davis, another three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Springfield, though. Ball still loose. Fell on the ground, and Bacon covers it up and calls a timeout.
Use them or you lose them.
30-second timeout, full timeout. They're out of 30s. So 43-29 is our score. Springfield in the lead in our first game of the first annual Wilmington Scholastic Play-by-Play Classic here. This is the second game of the day here at the middle school gym. This is our first game that we are broadcasting for you this evening from the gym.
Yeah, here in Wilmington, Ohio.
You're
Hurricane.
watching.
Do they have a name for this arena, or is just the Hurricane?
Fred Summers Court.
Yeah, it's Fred Summers
Oh, is it?
Court.
Okay, there you go.
Middle school gym.
Well, then let's give them that credit, huh?
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, it's starting to fill up even more. Look at the walkway. It's
They're planning on a big
load.
game tonight.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
obviously, there are fans from all these teams that are here, even from left over from the first game.
Yeah.
But the big game of the night is Wayne and Wilmington, and that's for all the marbles, I guess you could say, going into this tournament action here that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting from my perspective because I've seen some of the top teams in the state play in person. And I just saw one of the top teams last night, the Westerville South, and I'll tell you what, they're going to be a load for anybody this season. So it'll be interesting to see how these other teams would match up with them, in my opinion.
Johnson brings the ball down to court for Roger Bacon after the timeout. 60 seconds to go in the first half. And this one's stolen away. Danny Davis off the glass, and that is good for two more. He's having an out-of-body experience the way he's playing.
He's tough. Good ball player all around.
Well, many of these teams probably have not played with this many people in front of them as far as watching their game.
Bibbs with the basketball. Gives it back to Webley, who's going to drive, kicks it out. Johnson for three, and no good. Rebounded by Danny Davis. 25 seconds left to go in our first half. 45-29, Springfield in the lead. Davis going to hold for the last shot. Ten seconds.
He'll make his move. So he's going to go one-on-one.
4 seconds. Another long three. No good. At the buzzer, number one. Michael McKay catches it and puts it in.
That's a heads-up play by number one down there.
At the end of our first half of play, the Springfield Wildcats have a 47-29 lead over the Spartans of Roger Bacon. Rick, you guys could talk about the first half.
Well, maybe, AJ, you can go down and set up something either between the two games or at halftime of the Wilmington-Wayne game and get Scott up here and just talk a little bit about how the football team is progressing. I know they've been working out for a while, and it'll be interesting to see.
I already asked him if he wanted to. He didn't want to come on.
He don't want to give up a seat. He's right down there in the second row. And
he's shy tonight,
big bucks. Yeah, that might have cost him some big bucks, Rick. So he might just want to hang out down there. AJ likes to go out there and schmooze with the fans anyhow and give some autographs and try to get some more selfies and all that stuff. So he's got a chance to take a little bit of a break. And he's so popular when he walks around with that Michigan ball cap. So
well, that does it. Yeah, it's always very popular to walk around in Michigan garb when you're in Buckeye land.
Just be ready to duck in a hurry, AJ.
I try not to stand too close to him.
No way. I nowhere near him. We don't have anything bad for Michigan. They've been a nice map for the Buckeyes here in the last, 10, 11, 12 years. And now they got Mr. Harbaugh coming into town.
He's going to turn that team around for sure.
They can't get any worse, can they?
Well,
I mean, it is Michigan, and half the teams they play are sisters of the poor.
So Dave, give us your opinion on tomorrow's big Titanic struggle. We've got the Seattle Seahawks, and they're going to be playing, I guess you could say the New England Patriot deflated team.
Well, if you remember about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago before the playoffs started, I think everybody in our crew, anyhow, the Campus Nation crew, made their predictions who was going to end up in the Super Bowl.
Denver and Seattle.
And, of course, I was the only one to come up with the right winning combination. And now I'll go out on a limb a little bit. I know that everybody's thinking Seattle's going to have an easy victory, but for some reason...
I don't know. I think most people are, from what I've heard, most people are on the side of the Patriots. I think that it's going to be a 27-17 Seattle win.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
And I'm going to ride with New England only because it seems like they're peaking at the right time. Seattle was lucky to even make it to the Super Bowl. Green Bay, I'll tell you what, that was one of the all-time big collapse to give that game away. So Seattle could consider themselves a little bit lucky to be in there this year, but they do have that potent defense.
Yeah, well, Aaron Rodgers obviously was playing hurt, so I don't know that it was a total collapse. Obviously, give some cred to Seattle. I think that they did pull it out, and obviously they were the better of the two teams.
Well, a couple fumbles there. That onside kick that went astray, that was definitely a dagger because, if Green Bay comes up with the onside kick, the ball game's basically over with. So, but sometimes that's what it takes for a team to end up winning a championship is a lucky break here and a lucky break there, whatever. Seattle's a talented team. They're defending champs, but I'm gonna go with New England. For some reason, I think Brady, he's taken so much heat all this week. I think that he's going to have a little extra motivation.
So, AJ, you were picking the Seattle team, aren't you? Yeah. So, AJ's got Seattle. Noel, 31-27 Seattle. Noel, have you got a thought on the Seattle game and with the New England Patriots?
I'm probably going to go with Seattle. I really don't care who wins, but probably Seattle.
Yeah, I think like you, I have no dog in that fight.
Yeah,
obviously,
right.
I'm a Cowboys fan, and my Cowboys, they rose to the occasion there a couple times, but fell short. And my son, he's the big Denver fan. Obviously, he wanted to see them win a championship, and that obviously is not going to happen, at least in this season.
Well, they ought to have a good turnout for the Super Bowl this year, seeing how we're going to be dealing with it. Now, is it still in the works for that snowstorm to come rolling in tonight sometime 1 o'clock in the morning?
Well, they've been backing off on the amount of snow.
Have they?
Yeah, the last I heard was 3 to 6 inches in the Columbus area,
okay,
which means anything south,
yeah,
further south you are, the less you have to worry about. That's right, 50-50. Yeah, well, he's the one with all the money right here.
Yeah, money. The money bag.
He's the one right here. He's a college student. She's a college student. Yeah, I know. Yeah. He's a real salesman, isn't he?
That's right. But
you got to go into business.
We've got to. We've got it. I hope you've been out to the grocery store to stock up on all your goodies for the game, Rick. Now, what time does the pre-game festivities for the Super Bowl? It's usually about a 10-hour ordeal. What time are they actually firing that up tomorrow?
I don't know, but the game actually starts, and it always does at some odd time, like obscure 6:39 or 6:29, or they never start it like at 6:30. It's I don't know how they, maybe it's the sun has to be setting in the sky at a certain angle or whatever, and that's how they designate when it actually starts. But in all honesty, I'm not really up for the game tomorrow night. I think being a sports fan, yes, there is some interest, but at this point, I think that maybe part of it just has to do with all the controversy about the the balls in the playoff game and that, and I don't think it made a bit of difference as far as in the outcome of that Indy game, but they've been involved in so many other controversial games that after a while you kind of think, why? Why do we have to deal with that? Why can't people play by the rules and not try to have any advantage over another team?
Well, some of these ESPN announcers, they got to have something to talk about, and instead of analyzing the game, they're analyzing these footballs, how much the weight made a difference or whatever. I don't see how that made any difference whatever as far as the outcome goes.
I think it was probably, if Brady indeed had anything to do with the with that situation, it was more a mental thing than it was an actual physical thing. I think that there have been a couple pundits as well, actually ex-football quarterbacks that have come on the air and they've experimented with similar balls that were deflated by a couple pounds, and they said that they couldn't even tell the difference. So, I don't know. I guess, a lot of people will say, well, what's the difference between that and stealing signs in baseball, or someone, maybe putting a little spit on a fastball?
Oh, yeah.
There obviously have been those types of things in every sport. But I think
it's just like the players out there tugging on uniforms when they don't think the ref's in, or giving somebody the business down in a pile where they can't see what's going on. I mean, any kind of little edge you can get, and a lot of times if you can get in the other team's head on something, that's half the battle right there. Because when you got evenly matched teams, the mental game can be the deciding factor. I don't know if we'll see any of that tonight. Is there anything here with any type of controversy at all with Wayne coming in and Wilmington suffering a tough defeat earlier in the week and, having a chip on their shoulder or anything like that?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that Wilmington is anxious to enact some type of revenge for losing that game, but I think they did that fairly handily with the teams that they played after the Covcath game. They came in and they took care of Hillsborough, and they came in and they took care, on Friday night, of a pretty, well, I guess the first quarter, a pretty good team. Actually had a winning record in the SCOL. Pretty good team in Miami Trace, but they also limited Miami Trace to just 9 points in the second half. Wow. None in the third quarter, and just 9 points in the fourth quarter. They scored, something like 42 consecutive points.
Well, there's no question that this Wilmington team is built to make a strong run for this year's state championship. So they're going up against the defending champs, and I guess those guys like nothing better than to do a repeat. And do they have does Wayne have a lot of their players back from last year's squad?
I haven't seen their 5 starters, but of their 4 starters, 3 of them are seniors, and 1 of them is a junior. So they have a seasoned team.
Right.
Wilmington is a relatively young team. It doesn't have, it doesn't have the kind of seasoning that Wayne does. And of course, Wayne has some fairly, good programs in most of its athletics. They were the runners-up to the Division I football championship this year.
Oh, were they?
And so they excel in a lot of areas, and they're one of the greater Western Ohio Conference's better teams, with teams like Centerville, and obviously there are different teams in the conference, since there are 16 teams in that conference that excel in different areas each year. But Wayne comes out with some pretty good teams overall. Usually Centerville wins like what we call the All-Sports Trophy. Beaver Creek will sometimes win it. It's between Beaver Creek and Centerville as far as the overall all sports, but Wayne is usually in third or fourth place every year.
Well, I'm sure that the Cumberland Cousins are down there lacing up their sneakers right now as we speak. They might be watching a little bit of the action with us.
Well, or they may be even. I know last night it was interesting because I was walking by one of the classrooms, and they were watching some film.
Sure.
And I don't know whether it was a Miami Trace the first game, but they were watching some film, just sort of getting some warm-ups, so to speak, as far as mental. I guess we're getting ready to start the action.
Take it away, AJ.
All right, Jackson gets the inbound pass to Springfield. Will begin with the basketball to begin our second half. Alexander back to Jackson. Jackson inside to the big fella Harper. Goes up off the glass for two.
Strong move inside.
Now it's a 20-point lead for the Springfield Wildcats. It's 49-29. You got the scoreboard wrong. McGee with the basketball, gets a pick. Picks it out to Green. Just saved it from going over and back. Johnson back over to McGee. McGee is fouled.
You know, I've noticed they're trying to pass the ball around on the perimeter, but it looks like they need to have somebody come out there and set some screens out on top to maybe disrupt all that strong defensive pressure out on top.
Number 12 charged with the foul, Anthony Freeman, his team's first. No good on the shot. Alexander going to bring it down to court for the Wildcats in transition. Nice pass to Jackson for two.
Good pass.
7 minutes to go, third quarter, 51-29. Springfield running away with it.
Another steal by Davis.
And Davis is going to dunk it. Nope, he just lays it in. Man, he could have dunked it.
Yeah.
Timeout already by Roger Bacon, 6:49 to go in the third. Yeah. They're down by the score of 53-29.
Well, I'm sure the coaching staff is going to tell their troops, say, hey, guys, we cannot be careless with the ball out on top. There's just too much talent out there, too much quickness, and this Davis is a load. He's just as impressive on the defensive end as he is on the offensive round. I mean, of all the players I've seen this year, this guy has got a game that I'll tell you what, you know, definitely one of the elite players in all of the state from what I've seen this year.
Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger with Dave Martin and Rick Phillips. Noel Kane on camera this evening.
And it's a pleasure to bring the game to everybody out there. And I know we've got a lot of new people watching the game. Hopefully you're enjoying everything and a little bit of the commentary. On down the road, we'll have to get our chat board up here or something so we can see what the comments are, good or bad. We can take it either way, right, AJ?
Right.
But we know that the picture should be of top quality. There she is focusing in there on the center court. Yeah, you just don't want to see a team really get blown on out and look too bad. So I'm sure the coach wanted to settle down his troops and say, come on, let's play within our realm. I'm going to look to see them trying to go more inside.
Oh, that one almost gets stolen away. 3-on-1.
Nice pass, good reverse pass.
Johnson with the bucket.
There you go. Went strong to the hoop, and they end up with a bucket.
Thought about a three to Alexander. Stops, kicks it back out to Davis. Davis back over to Alexander. They go inside to the big guy, Harper.
Double team.
And that's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah,
that's a charge.
Yeah. I think it was a good call because Mr. Harper did look like he was a little overly aggressive. He had a good double team set up on him.
That's his third, the team's second of the half. McGee going to bring the ball up the court for Roger Bacon. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson to Green. Jumper in and out. Rebounded by Johnson.
Yep. Foul on the floor. Looks like, what, number 5 got him?
I think so.
Good rebound inside.
Yep, Alexander got his second, team's third. Bacon inbounds the basketball, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson goes inside to Johnson.
He's cut off from the baseline. Nothing there.
And that one's stolen away by Davis again. One-on-one down the court. He goes up hard with it off the glass for 2.
He's just so smooth. You have to stop him probably up around midcourt in order to have a chance.
Mobley can't hit
nice
it.
Rebound. Davis.
He's going to have a triple-double by the end of the day. And Jackson gets fouled in the bucket.
Wow. He has really been impressive tonight. It's a 1-2-3 punch here with the Cats. I'm telling you what. Very impressive. I'll tell you what, that's a team that could make a little bit of a run here in the state tournament.
McGee charged with his second foul. The team's first of the half. They're only 9-5 on the season, though, coming into this matchup.
The only thing I can figure is they must play some awful tough competition.
I mean, they're playing in the G-Walk, so they play teams like Wayne and like, everybody else. So
and we don't have the scores here in front of them. A lot of the games could have really been tight matchups or whatever. You might have had a couple guys been injured or sick, so you just don't know. But from what I've seen, there's a lot of talent on this Cat squad, no question.
Jackson can't hit both, or can't hit the three-point play, I should say. Green gives it out to Baker. Johnson throws to Johnson for 3. No good. Rebounded by Jackson. Cross court, Alexander. Nice pass.
Oh, nice shot.
And
reverse.
Good by number 12, Anthony Freeman.
Look at that.
That one's stolen. Freeman goes up with it again off the glass for 2.
2 buckets in a row for him.
30-point game. 61-31.
Saw the East Clinton head coach, basketball coach.
Got the three-pointers, John.
Scott Streber's downstairs. Also went past the room. They are studying film and talking over this next game coming up.
Oh! Harper with the big dunk.
The big man.
And a foul, I believe, against Alexander. That's his third.
Yeah,
Team's
you got a
fourth.
6'9" presence, like I say, in there, and you got 2 sharp guards like the Cats have. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a combination for the tournaments. You know, everybody knows it's one and done, but these guys can make a little bit of a run.
Bacon brings it back up the court. McGee, he better get up there quick. He gets it across half court and falls on the floor. He traveled.
Yeah. There was a little bit of a bump there, but the refs didn't call the bump. They called the walk.
And you remember that these Cats play in the same league with Wayne.
Yeah. Well, we were wondering how they lost 5 games, but, I mean, look at the competition.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Alexander with the jumper. No good. They still get the rebound as Freeman. Jackson was thinking 3. Thought about giving it to Davis. Step back. Throws it over to Davis. Davis inside. Big man. And that's going to be a foul against number 23.
Yeah, his feet were moving. That's a good call by the ref inside. Good, strong move inside by the big guy, Darius Harper.
Harper will be shooting 2. Fouls to number 23, Tony Lunkin.
Another thing I've been noticing, AJ, is the Cats have really played under control all night. Even though they got a lot of speed and they've demonstrated speed, it's controlled speed. And we've been seeing here in the course of the year a lot of teams playing just a little bit faster than what they can handle, which results in a lot of turnovers. But that's not the case with the Cats here tonight.
Well, no, I think that, even when you see Wilmington and the way they play up-tempo, a lot of teams try to play up-tempo to play against another team like a Wilmington, and they end up getting run right out of the court.
Right. That's
because they just can't control, and they're not used to that kind of speed that they have to contend with.
Harper makes the first. The second one's no good. Rebounded by Lunkin. Bibbs brings it up the court, passes it out to Johnson. Johnson with another 3. That one's good. That's 2 in a row.
Hey.
64-37. We're under 4 minutes to go in our third quarter.
Yeah, you see a little bit of a mismatch. He's down there with Mr. Harper, and that's a little bit of a mismatch.
Jackson for three. Got the three. There goes Johnson. Gives it to Blake for three in the corner. That one's good. They're making their three-pointers.
Nice shooting.
And one thing I can attest to with my little trip downstairs, that
Yeah.
there aren't many seats available.
No, you don't want to get up out of your seat. You may not get it back.
There's got to be in excess of 3,000 people here.
Yeah. Well, look at the cat rail over there. It's loaded with people.
Yeah, almost on both
All
sides.
over, yeah. Good pass inside. Davis.
And the bucket.
I'll tell you what, we don't have the stats right here, but he could be well on his way to 30-point ball game tonight. He's got to have over 20, I think, right now.
Davis trying to attempt a three-point play.
Danny Davis, a cool customer. And he's only, believe it or not, Rick, he's only a 6'3" sophomore. He's got 2 more years of eligibility.
Second one good for Davis. Our first one's good. Completes the three-point play. 70-40.
Good ball handling there. Ball pass inside was fumbled
Davis
away.
with another steal. Goes up and gets fouled. Oh, but they don't count the
Yeah, I was
basket.
going to say that was before.
Fouls on number 15, Craig McGee.
It was still a hell of a move and a nice bucket, even though they're not going to count it.
He gets the inbound pass. That is McGee's third foul. Team
He's open
four.
inside.
Jackson, no good. Rebounded by Harper. He puts it off the glass.
Cleaned up. Yep.
There goes McGee down the court. Gives it off to Bibbs. Or Green. Green, no good on the shot.
Here comes
Here
Davis.
Davis inside to
Nice
Harper.
pass.
Harper cannot make the dunk.
He's 0 for 2 on dunks tonight. That's about the only thing that they
He's
have.
1 for 2. 1 for 3.
1 for 3, okay.
Green goes up, gets it blocked. Saved by Springfield. Davis almost got it stripped. Reins it back in. Kicks it outside. A long three-pointer for Alexander. No good, and a foul against Jackson. Over the back.
Good call by the refs.
Team's fifth foul.
Well, Davis is so smooth that he can just hang in the air and really go up sometimes and not be sure what he's going to do with the ball and still find somebody and an alley-oop or a flip, and it still converts a shot or an assist.
Roger Bacon takes the ball back down the court. It's Bibbs. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson throws to Johnson. Step back jumper, good.
Nice shot. He's made a couple, through about 3 or 4 shots this half.
72-43, under 2 minutes to go in our third quarter. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds and go to Roger Bacon.
Good action tonight from here, Wilmington, Ohio. Third quarter action.
Inbound pass. Goes to Bibbs. Blake in the corner for three. That one's good. That was Baker for three. 72-45. Jackson on the other end with the jumper.
Ooh,
Tickles the
nice
twine.
I think it was only a 2-pointer, but nice shot.
Baker takes the ball up. All by himself. He gets fouled.
Foul, I think, is out on top.
It's a reach.
Yeah. That might have helped him out a little bit because he was heading in Mr. Harper's territory, and the results might not have been too good. Challenging the big guy down in there. Uh-oh. no. Davis, a well-deserved break.
For three again for Baker, no good. Rebounded by the big guy. Here comes McKay down the court. Trying to make his move. Gives it to Alexander. Three-pointer. Wow.
Oh, nice shot.
That was a Kobe Bryant looking three-pointer.
Yeah, a little shaking and baking and launches the three and boom.
Baker gives it off to Bibbs. Bibbs to Johnson. Step back three.
Ooh.
No good. That was a two.
Well, good hustle.
Ball gets going back to Springfield. 38.4 seconds left to go in the third. 77-45. Springfield in the lead.
Yeah, the game has not been in doubt here for a little while. The Cats just a little bit stronger tonight, but good hustle all night long by the Bacon crew.
McKay gives it to the big guy with the jumper. Wow.
Nice touch. It rattled, but it still went in. Nice touch.
20 seconds left to go in the third. It's Bibbs. Over to Johnson. Looking to hit Sanders. Sanders drives, goes up, gets it blocked back in his face. Johnson picks it up, tries to lay it in, no good. And that'll be the end of our third quarter of play with the score Springfield 79, Roger Bacon 45. You're watching high school basketball on campusnation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
And I'll tell you what, it's been a very subdued, quiet crowd. I think they're just building. And we've only got, 8 minutes left to go before it's prime time, Rick.
Right, and then I think there's about a 30-minute gap between the start of this last game tonight between Huber Heights, Wayne, and Wilmington. So there will be obviously, I don't know how they could get any more. How are you going to get anyone else in this facility? It's wall-to-wall people, not only in all the seats, but standing on the catwalks, everything else. They are certainly at capacity.
Well, if we got a 30-minute break, it'd be plenty of time for you to go get the hard-working crew their icy cold beverages, refreshments, some snacks. What do you need, AJ? Some nachos over there, or how you doing?
Yeah, I was
I'm
just
hungry.
down.
I haven't eaten all day.
I was down at the where they had all those snacks, and they were closed up.
No.
I think they sold out.
They sold. Oh no! Don't tell us that. They had a nice variety of stuff down there I saw earlier, but you're right. I mean, as the place filled up, people worked up an appetite.
Right.
I hope they turn on the air conditioning because it's starting to get warm up here in the catbird seat.
Well, we're just as packed up here as they are out there.
Yeah.
McGee off the glass high for 2 points for Roger Bacon. I haven't eaten anything all day.
Well, you needed to go a little bit on a diet. That's okay. I won't hurt you. You can.
Oh, okay.
You can.
That sounds like it's Gold Star time, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
That's gross. Johnson
A little block.
gets fouled by Jeremiah Ward. I believe that's his third or fourth.
Johnson for Bacon is a good-looking player. You know, he's had a lot of hustle tonight and made some real nice shots, played some decent defense. At times he finds himself in Mr. Harper, and that's a little bit of a mismatch there, but he's been a nice-looking ball player. Justin Johnson, a 6-foot sophomore. No wonder he's kind of mismatched against Mr. Harper. Giving up 9 inches and, I don't know, 100 pounds. I guess he would be.
Second shot for Johnson, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcat. Here goes Alexander down the court, 79-48. Springfield in the lead. Three-pointer for McKay is good.
They bring him in off the bench, and they all can fire it on up.
Yeah.
And hit him.
Three-pointer from long range for Roger Bacon, no good. Rebounded by number 4. Alexander to McKay in the corner, who drives, kicks it outside. Took his eyes off the ball for a second.
He knew he had an open jumper there. Got himself
trapped.
trapped.
Gets out of the trap. Alexander Gets it stripped. Mobley with the strip. Gives it to McGee. Goes up hard. No good. Rebounded by Ward. Oh, man, he couldn't make it, but guess who was there? McKay to pick up the miss. Who puts it up? One hand, no good. Johnson, all by himself, coast
Nice
to coast
move.
for two.
Told you, he's a nice-looking ball player. Justin Johnson for Roger Bacon.
32-point lead for Springfield, 82-50, 6:19 left to go in the game. McKay puts it up with one hand and the foul.
Looks like a block. No offense.
Whoa.
Okay. You know, that's initially what I thought was going to happen because he took that big jump and leaped right into him. But I guess the refs, you know, my vision up here and the refs' vision down there, you're not sure if they match up all the time.
Right.
I got 20/20 vision anyhow. So it must be the carrots or is it the vitamins, AJ?
Yeah. McGee brings it up to court for Roger Bacon. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson going to drive. Fade away. No good. Rebounded by Springfield. There goes McKay. I'm sorry, Akeem. Over to McKay.
Good ball handling out on top. Taking a little time off the clock.
Over to Alexander. Jumper, good.
You know, that's a mark of a good team. Even with the score the way it is, you've got the Cats still out there running their offense, AJ.
Nice pass inside. Johnson with the reverse layup.
Justin Johnson, nice play.
84-52, a three-pointer from long range is no good. Rebounded by Johnson.
The rebound up.
Stolen away. Akram, three-pointer in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Bibbs and Roger Bacon.
Uh-oh.
Ball goes out, back to Springfield.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. I didn't see any white shirts down there with him. That's what we're talking about. You get going just a little bit too fast for what you need to, and it usually results in a turnover. Play within yourself.
4:56 remaining in our ball game, 84-52.
Down there. Is that for us, for the broadcasting job, or he's walking right by us? Okay, never mind. I thought Rick was getting some gold.
Huh.
I know.
We'll win an Emmy someday.
Okay. Well, I think it's actually, they call it a Marconi, don't they? Or, well, no, TV's Emmy, radio's the Marconi, right?
We're not radio.
I know.
In the corner for three. That one no good.
Ooh.
We're internet television.
We're the new wave.
We'll get a Gates.
We are the new wave.
We'll get a Gates. We'll get a Bill Gates.
I've been telling Rick for years to catch the wave, and he's finally, well, Rick's not really a surfer, so I don't know if he could really catch a wave. But Rick's busy checking up with his Facebook fans.
Actually, I'm on Matt Drudge.
Are you? Uh-oh. This is sports action. We don't need to see what Drudge is talking about. 2-on-1, inside, nice pass. Had to wait, pass off to Johnson. And
good for two.
Good ball movement there. Unselfish.
Inbound pass. Goes to Ward. Ward tosses it back to Harris. Harris off to Akram. Akram back over to McKay. Offensive foul against Ward.
He got a little aggressive with the screen out there.
His third team's ninth. Ball goes back to Bacon. I keep saying bacon and making me hungry.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. He's bringing it up, Rick. I think he's dropping hints for tonight.
I don't think they have BLTs around.
No. Would this Gold Star have a bacon
Yes,
dog
they
or
do.
whatever? Do they?
They have a BLT.
Well, there you go, AJ.
No good on the bucket. Akram brings it up. Gets the pick. Tries to go inside.
Yeah. It's a good idea, but it wasn't there. Johnson with a nice pass.
Green with the bucket.
Yeah.
(84-56), Springfield in the lead. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left.
Oh, he went strong to the
man,
hoop
no
and
good.
missed the reverse, but it was a nice move inside. Like to see young players do that, taking the ball to the hoop strong.
Bibbs almost lost
Yeah,
it, kicked it out, stolen.
A little out of control. Game's getting just a little sloppy.
Akram,
Oh, Johnson, what a nice block.
Faced. Bad pass. Stolen away by Johnson.
On the drive, he looks to go all the way, coast to coast. Oh, just
Nope.
barely missed the layup. He thought he got fouled. May have.
Springfield's got all the youngsters in now. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. 84-56. Over to Akram for three. Got it
Oh,
from
wow.
3-point land.
High arching three. Nice shot.
87-56. Springfield in the lead. That was a travel.
Got away with one. It's late.
Johnson back over to Green. Green gives it out to Johnson. Who's going to
Move
drive?
inside, and, oh, that was a tough shot. Good effort, though. I mean, he's going strong to the hoop.
Akram with the ball. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson back to Akram. A three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Roger Bacon. 3-point shot was attempted by Taylor. Bibbs to Johnson.
Going to the hoop, strong. Up. Ooh.
Oh, 2 shots.
Another nice move. I'll tell you what, he's got a real nice game for only being a sophomore. A 6-foot sophomore, Justin Johnson. I'll tell you what, he's going to have a nice 2 years left of his eligibility. He's a real good-looking ball player, Rick. So, I mean, he's going up against the best competition you can be going up against.
First one, good. Some subs coming in for Roger Bacon. Second shot, good as well.
We got a sub. Okay, there he goes out. I was wondering the coach is finally going to pull him. He deserves a hand. Justin Johnson. Nice ball game tonight.
Minute and a half left to go in this ball game. 87-58, Springfield in the lead. Cats moving it around, running some clock down. The drive, the hook,
Oh,
the
nice
bucket is
move.
good. Cordell Looney.
Nice move.
Three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Roger Bacon. They kick it back out. Another three-pointers up, and that one is good. Number 1, Luke Blake.
Nice
Luke
job
Baker.
there from out on top.
89-61. Nice pass.
Oh,
Tried the backdoor cut.
yeah. It was there. He just bobbled it. Got kind of excited probably. Very few turnovers all night long for the Cats. They've really handled the ball well.
Well, ball was tipped. It's going to stay with Roger Bacon.
A little bit of playing time for the guys that's usually on the bench.
Nice
Oh,
pass.
He bobbled it, and yep,
Going to go back
it's okay.
to Springfield. 30 seconds remaining, 89-61. They may just run out the clock here.
They're going to look to want to get a shot off. At least I probably would. It's stat time for guys. Oh, nice move inside. Look at that. Nice move.
Taylor with the bucket.
Cass, a couple guys come off the bench and shown some offense.
Pass goes off. Baker in the corner made another one.
Shot, yeah, number 1.
And that's
Nice
going to do it
job.
for this ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Our final score, Springfield 91, Roger Bacon 64. Roger Bacon falls to 9-7 on the season, while Springfield picks up their 10th win on the year. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, in just about 30 minutes, the anticipation, you can feel it, you can cut it with a knife. Wilmington taking on Huber Heights Wayne, coming up next on CampusNation.com.
The sports
Animal.
You don't know what kind of animal, but we'll growl or bark. Okay, Rick, what do you think here? Give us your professional opinion here. You just saw a top-notch game. A lot of talent on that Springfield Cats ball club. And I'll tell you what, they might be getting ready to make a run for the state tournament with all the talent they've got here. Maybe they've got their tough games out of the way and they can get on a little bit of a roll.
Well, I think that obviously with 2 of their losses, more than likely are to Wayne. I don't know what their schedule is remaining, but I would imagine they've already played Wayne for both games, home and away. And in the in the GWalk, that's they play a home game, they play a away game, so they probably have lost both those games to Wayne. So really, when you think about it, of the other games that they've lost, I would imagine that they might have lost 2 games to Centerville, because Centerville has only lost 1 game this year in the GWalk, and that was to Wayne.
Okay.
So Centerville hasn't played Wayne the second game of the season. That'll occur probably sometime after this tournament. And once again, I don't know. A lot of it has to do with what part of the GWalk that they're in.
Davis had 32 points.
I told you he was on his way to 30 points. And he got some kind of trophy. Is it MVP of the game? Oh, no doubt about that. He's strong ball game. And I'll tell you what, he scored 32, but AJ, he had to have at least 6, 7, 8 steals easily. And I think a couple block shots. I mean, he's got a great game. And let me see, Danny is a sophomore, 6'3" sophomore, so he's probably going to get a little bigger, maybe bulk up a little bit.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Excellent ball player. Well, that's what they talked about on the pregame thing when we hit the fact that how many great Scholastic players with future NBA careers have played in this tournament. Okay, there they are down there. Looks like they're chomping at the bit to get out here in the court, AJ. Canes are down there dribbling the balls.
I think they're announcing the results of that 50-50.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get any tickets. We don't have to worry about that.
No, we aren't allowed.
Yeah. I was hoping just to get some kind of icy cold beverage, but Rick said they're all sold out, AJ, so we're going to have to tough it till it's Gold Star time.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Dave.
Yeah,
if
what?
you go in the men's restroom and you put your head down underneath the sink there, you can splash some water in your face and drink a little bit of it as you.
Okay. Uh-oh. I see people throwing their tickets away.
I guess they didn't win.
Yeah. Now, did you go down there and rub elbows with any other media people or what? Because there was a lot of media in the house.
Well, I don't know what media people are here. Obviously, we are up in what we call affectionately the crow's nest.
Oh, yeah.
Or the skybox. We are up, and you can probably see that from your perspective on our screen. We are up Wilmington's middle school gym. The floor is below sea level, below grade, and then the catwalk, which runs around the gym, which is the second level, is actually at grade as you come in off the parking.
Okay.
And so we are at the top of that, up in the rafters. And so our perspective is, I guess some people would call the nosebleed section.
Yeah.
But really, it's excellent, for us being able to bring you these games.
Well, it's good when you have eyesight like what I have, but in your case, it's important that you don't have your magnifying glass with you tonight. But
well, that's right.
For you to watch the screen right here, and they look like little dots running around out there. But
well, is there anyone out there yet?
Yeah, here they come.
Oh, there's people on the floor, Dave.
Yeah, there's people on the floor. I'm making that announcement. You better zoom in. Let Rick know that the team has come out. Yeah.
So there are people. Oh, I see them out there now,
Yeah,
Dave. There
there
are
you
people.
go.
Those are people. But anyway, this gymnasium is at capacity, probably technically in excess of capacity. There are very, very few seats that are open, and we don't even know that they're open. That may be a seat that someone has for someone that's down getting something to eat.
Well, actually, I thought that was the Wilmington team, but it looks like that's the Wayne team that came out in the floor.
That
first.
is the Wayne team, and
and dressed in the red and black. I didn't know.
That's right. Yeah, they're the Wayne Warriors. Their colors are red and black, and at this point, they look like they've got some height.
Because isn't Wilmington's colors? What's their official?
Orange and black.
Orange and black.
Harvest colors, like
Harvest,
my
yeah.
team, the Beaver Creek Beavers.
Okay. Well, being right here, Wilmington was the former training home of your Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, they're not mine. Remember, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Well, from this neck of the woods.
That's right. Yeah.
And we all kind of like the Cincinnati Bengals to a certain extent, except for when they stink as bad as what they have a few games late in the season.
And
playoffs.
your Cleveland Browns are something to crow about,
Browns,
right?
Yeah. Don't even bring up Josh Gordon. I don't even want to hear about him. I read the Plain Dealer last night and saw his sorry excuse. He was confused. He thought his drinking ban was over with when he got liquored up on the plane and they landed someplace. I don't know. The NFL must have eyes all over the place.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
They sent him a message as soon as he got off the plane. You're getting tested.
And here come the Wilmington Hurricane.
Okay, now we hear some noise. Strike up the band, wherever the band's at. Where's the band? Where's Charlie? He should have brought his pep band here tonight.
Charlie's DJing tonight. He's got a DJ event in Blanchester, I believe. Didn't he say it was Blanchester there, AJ?
Yeah.
So Charlie is playing Mr. DJ. Of course, Charlie has his famous Valentine's Day car show, and we're going to be covering part of that. So
we'll be broadcasting live.
I hope so.
Valentine.
From the Roberts Center
Yeah.
here in Wilmington. We're just on Interstate 71 at the exit 50, State Route 68 exit. The Roberts Center hosting many events. And,
did you see that your pal, the governor's going to be there? And,
that's right. The
week
governor's going to be
before.
giving the State of the
That's
State
right.
address
Right there.
at the Roberts Center. And we thought we might get out there and cover that. Not on Campus Nation,
Right.
but on one of our other affiliate networks. And we have dozens.
Okay. Well, I've been watching Wayne shoot their layups, and looks like most of the guys on the team are shooting down at the bucket instead of up.
They got some height.
What does that tell you? They got some height. They got some jumpers. There's no question about that.
Well, they're not defending state champions for any reason at all, right?
Yeah, really. And with most of their guys back. AJ's kind of in shock and awe with them out here. He's sizing them up, and he didn't know. Oh, he's rubbing his forehead. His cane may be in for a little bit of a rough night, but who knows?
Well, actually,
Wilmington can beat Dublin Jerome.
right.
Oh, yeah,
If you look at
Careful, my Jerome buddies probably are listening tonight.
if you look at the actual stats, Wilmington is the top scoring team in Division I basketball in the state. They've scored now, I think, over 1,400 points. Wayne is not quite that prolific in their scoring, and Wilmington has allowed less points than Wayne. But of course, once again, Wayne plays in the G-Walk. It's a very strong league. Wilmington plays in a relatively weaker league, I guess you could say, the SCOL. And in fact, most of the teams in the SCOL probably don't have a winning record, do they, AJ? I think the team that they played last night, Miami Trace, has a winning record. Chillicothe, I don't know what their overall record is. Chillicothe's played some Columbus teams pretty tough.
Yeah.
So, and they play some of those teams up there in the same league that Jerome is in.
Well, just looking at the lineups right here, you can see where the Wayne team has a lot of rangy guys, 6'3", 6'4". They've got 6'8" center forward, and they've got a 6'6" senior, Ahmad Wagner. So they've got some some pretty good, decent size in there, and some big, rangy kids. No
Yeah,
doubt about that.
I think that, like I said, I was looking. They didn't, for some reason, they didn't have all 5 starters listed on. I don't know whether it was Max Preps or JJ Huddle that I was on, but they didn't list all 5 starters. But of the starters, they listed the 4. There were 3 seniors and 1 junior. So they're, like I said, a seasoned team. And obviously, with a state championship, they're a very good team. And it's just like that team that came in Monday night and beat the Hurricane. They're defending 2014 Kentucky State champions. So neither one of these teams, the one on Monday night or this team tonight, are any slouches when it comes to their basketball. And obviously all these people that we see out here, all 3,000 plus, they're not here because they think that, these are just 2 average teams going at it.
No, that's right. This has been a game that they've been talking about at least for the last month or so. And really, this Wilmington team has been a pleasure to watch and cover a lot of the season. Very good, classy team, very well coached, and you can't say enough about them. And you can't say enough about their schedule because, within a week they played, 4 games and 2 of the defending state champions, 1 from Kentucky and 1 right here from Ohio.
Right. And Wayne is no slouch either. They beat the number 1 ranked team out of Nevada, Findlay, and then they turned around and they beat, obviously, from your neck of the woods, Lincoln. And Gahanna was number 1 rated in the state when they went down to defeat, at the hands of Wayne as well. So when you look at Wayne and you look at some of the teams they've played this year, they have really taken it as far as playing some of the best talent out there. And that's why a lot of people, even though Wayne has 2 losses, have said, why isn't Wayne ranked number 1 in the state right now?
Yeah.
Many of the power rankings actually have Wayne listed as number 1.
Okay.
And one thing that AJ can attest to, AJ, when the season started, I looked at the schedule and I looked at the teams we were going to play, and I had predicted that Wilmington would be 17-0 when they faced Wayne tonight. They're 16-1.
Yeah.
So I would say, I was fairly right on.
Yeah.
Not to your standards, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave will tell you he said they were going to be 16-1.
I won't say that because I only go by the predictions I make early in the season. Like, when I predicted the Buckeyes would run the table the first year Urban Meyer came on board, and when I told my buddy Willie Cunningham, your idol down there in Cincinnati, that get on the Buckeye bandwagon, even though they were looking lousy there early in the year. I told Willie, don't worry, Willie, just get on their bandwagon. And Urban Meyer
I don't listen to Willie that much because I like to watch his television program.
Oh, do you? You're a bigger fan for his TV show. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't he kind of like a Jerry Springer wannabe?
Jerry is also from Cincinnati. He used to be the mayor of Cincinnati.
They all hang together. I think Jerry used to go to Willie's bar.
Well, yeah,
probably.
Willie's got a few drinking places.
Yeah,
but
he's given up his watering hole. I think.
His big one was across the river in Kentucky.
Okay, it's safer for him over there then, huh? Okay.
Probably so.
Yeah. No, that place is still up, but I heard he sold his interest a while back.
He's not actually, I think, financially involved anymore.
Well, that's like you. At one time, you had a little bit of bar business, then you got out of it and went to early retirement and stuff.
Yeah, well, I've been in, maybe a dozen bars or nightclubs in my career.
Okay.
I've spanned the gamut of businesses, being self-employed ever since my paper route. So,
That's going back a few years.
It is. It's I'm 35, so it's I'm not quite a senior like you.
He's having Hey, don't let this. My hair is only this light because of the sun in the summertime, but because I'm always working on top of buildings.
I thought maybe you were president for like 8 years or something, and you lost all your black to the gray.
It might have been from my surfing up there in the lake at Ohio Bike Week, or over there at the Roaring the Shore, hanging out with all my biker brothers and sisters. And those aren't the bikers, by the way, that live out in the sticks. They're the bikers that are bankers, attorneys, doctors, and those types.
How else can you afford a bike?
I know. When you see some of the rigs that these guys are driving in to arrive at these events, you know what I'm talking about. No, bikers get a bad rap a lot of times, but actually they're all a pretty good group. There's some rowdies here and there. Sons of Anarchy, did they go in retirement? Wasn't this their last season?
I don't know
TV?
because since I'm an internet television company, I don't watch cable or satellite.
I don't either.
Everything I watch is on the internet. On Roku, where we're going to have our channel. Actually, the channel is there. We have to finish the configuration, but just giving people a little idea. Roku is a box or a stick that you plug into your television, and it makes it a smart television. And then all the various channels, there's over 3,000 now that are available, like Netflix, like Hulu. There's a lot of free channels. In fact, most of it is free. It's not a subscription. And you can watch a lot of great entertainment, including channels like the CampusNation.com channel on Roku, which will allow you to watch everything that you see on your mobile phone or your laptop or your tablet right there on your big screen television.
Well, hey, now you're talking internet television and the wave of the future, because everybody is really starting to want to cut the cord, so to speak. And why pay exorbitant cable bills or satellite dish bills when you can get all your stuff online and you can actually have it transferred, like you said, with a Roku over to your 50-inch smart TV or what have you, and enjoy all kinds of stuff. It doesn't have to be anything from the big boys. And that's going to be the wave, and so that opens up opportunities for guys like us. And, I'll put a little plug out there for my stuff because, I've got a legion of followers all around the world. Did you know that? Well, riding the wave with Dave. I've got that.
He's our
put it on my account, AJ.
Our biggest free advert.
I'm like. Cut. But hey, they can follow us on Facebook, right? You've even got a little something on Facebook, and follow us online. All of our action and activities. That's right. And hey, just a little heads up, and this is free promotion. The Biker Brothers and Sisters will make their annual visit to Columbus, Ohio here in February, the Easy Riders Show. That's always a lot of fun and a lot of cool bikes. It's one of the premier events anywhere in the country. That's coming up right here at the end of February. Check it out on your schedule, and that'll be right about the time this year when the season wraps up for the high school guys and they get ready for the tournaments. When's the official kickoff of the boys tournament? When does that start?
I think that the pairings or the drawings are done sometime around the 15th of the month. Okay. Now, there may be a couple games, one or two, that still are played after the pairings. But I think that's about the time. And then the actual tournament, I don't believe it starts until towards the end of February, the 1st of March, somewhere in that neighborhood. There's a certain cutoff date, like in any sport, where you cannot play regular games after that date. That's the drop-dead date. Wilmington, I know their last game, I believe they're playing against Chillicothe, and that will be on, I think that's the 11th.
Okay.
The 11th will be their last game as far as their play. And, of course, the 11th, we currently have slated for a game with Wilmington College. The men are going to be playing that night. But we are opening that back up as far as, in fact, that was a mistake. The 11th is when we're talking about doing our wrestling. The 13th is the game that we're talking about, I believe, at Chillicothe. And we're looking at possibly another potential blockbuster pairing that we might be able to present.
Let me make that announcement. I was working hard for you last night up in Westerville, Ohio, seeing one of the top-ranked boys basketball teams in the whole state, Westerville South, and they put on an impressive display last night. But we're working on trying to get the permission to do a live broadcast from Westerville South featuring one of the top teams in the state, along with another fellow top team from Dublin Jerome, that going into this week was ranked number 4. And what was Westerville South? Were they 2 or 3?
No, they're down. They're down. I think 10th or 9th. Or
are they?
They're well. They were defeated. I don't know. It's been about a week ago. There were a lot of top-rated teams have suffered their first loss in the last 2 weeks. Right. But that's not unusual. And we'll go back to what I had suggested, and that was that even with Wilmington, as much as we don't want to see them lose, I think that a team is much better off suffering a defeat close to the tournament so that they lose that air of invincibility. And going into the tournament, they understand that they're humans and that they're down to earth and that any team on any given night can beat them. So they've got to be on their best offense and best defense when they enter the tournament, because you only get to lose once when you get in the tournament.
It definitely takes a little bit of pressure off you having that one loss there where you're not worried about when that might happen.
Yeah, now here's the...
what happened here with the scoreboard? Don't tell me we're going to have a power outage or
well,
whatever.
they probably unplugged it like they did the other night for wrestling. But here's what we've got. Sylvania Southview is ranked number 1 in the state as far as the last poll, which was last Tuesday, the AP poll. And that's what we go by. The number 2 team was obviously Wilmington. The number 3 team was Huber Heights Wayne. The number 4 team was your Dublin Jerome. The number 5 team was the Cincinnati Elder team, which was beaten, as I said, last night. So they've suffered their first loss. The number 6 team was Mason, and they did win, so they are still undefeated. They should be at least 10-0 now, or not 10-0, but 14-0. The number 7th team was Gahanna. They had suffered their first loss at the hands of this Wayne team here, and they dropped down from number 1 to number 7. The number 8th team is Lorraine, and I believe, if I'm not correct, but I thought Lorraine also lost, but I'll have to look. The number 9 team was Dublin Kaufman, and the number 10 was the South team from up in Columbus, Westerville South. So those are the top 10 teams in the state, and as of this past ranking, all very, very powerful teams. And there are a couple other undefeated teams that are not in the top 10. So it's very possible that with the shakeup and some of the losses of some of these teams, that some teams could potentially drop out of the top 10, and there might be a couple undefeated teams move into the top 10.
Well, it all makes for a lot of chatter, but the fact of the matter is it's all about how you get seated, where you're going to go play, and matchups, because obviously any of the top 10 teams, probably any of the top 20 teams, have the talent to be able to win on any given night. So it just depends on how they're going to match up, whether they're going up against a speed team, if they're going up against a team with a lot of size. And, some teams match up well with certain teams, and they wouldn't so much with other teams.
I think you see that in any sport, Dave. I think that more than anything is probably how teams match up. Obviously, it takes good coaching, it takes talented players, but so many times when you look at matchups, that's why I called the Ohio State game over Alabama, simply because Ohio State matched up well against Alabama.
Here we go.
There are spaces between you and the person sitting next to you that you scoot a little closer, because we are not to capacity yet. We're still selling tickets at the ticket booth. We need you to make room for the people that are still coming.
Dave, scoot over.
We're going to be like sardines. Well, no, we're okay. They can't get anybody else up.
You don't think anybody's going to come to the crow's nest, huh?
Yeah, the crow's nest is full. AJ, make sure you get a bolt on that door fast and secure.
They might try to rush us.
Yeah, no. We're like the airline pilots. Once we bolt this door, they can't get in ahead of us. Let's keep the animals out there on the outside.
No, we're the animal.
Oh, we're the animals. Okay, we'll keep us on the inside.
We keep us inside.
All right, good. There you go. Yeah, I can look at it. They are still flowing on in. And we're about, 8 minutes, 7:20 from tip-off over here.
Counting down the minutes now.
Yeah. There's your salesman down there still trying to
He is. He's trying to sell those 50-50 tickets. On a night like tonight, there's probably some money made in those tickets, wouldn't you think? I mean, other than... Well, we had, on Thursday night, we did a wrestling meet, a tri-meet, and we had a similar occurrence. It gets crowded behind the scorer's table, and the plug that runs over to the wall behind the scorer's table that operates the scoreboards someone will trip on that and it'll get disconnected, and that's what happened probably tonight as well. Well, when you're defending state champions, you're going to have, some pretty jazzy outfits, right?
Charcoal gray.
Yeah, it's a real
black,
nice.
And they've got the red piping for the numbers.
Right. My first wife went to Wayne High School. She was
Okay.
she was the main. They have those little drill squads and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
She was top dog on the drill squad.
Oh, okay.
The Warriorettes is what they were called.
Well, they're packing them on in. What was the official starting time supposed to have been tonight?
8
8:15
o'clock was the official starting time, and we are 5 minutes. And on the scoreboard, we are 5:22. So it sounds like we're going to get the game off at the exact time that it was supposed to be. But people are still coming into the to the gym.
This place is going to be at a fever pitch. I don't know. Have you pan around? You ought to pan around and show the people how they're all lined up on the rails and everything. Because
I don't know. Maybe we don't want the fire marshal seeing this.
Well, I don't think the fire marshal was tuned in tonight.
Fire marshal's probably here. He's probably in that seat right there.
That's giving you a perspective over there, and I can still see they're all lined up out there in the hallway, and they're all flowing on in. They're about 2, 3, 4 deep. It's
Right.
so crowded in here, I can't even see your pals in blue. They're even getting squished up against the wall over there.
Well, and they're here in force as well. Now, as I was explaining about how the middle school gym is constructed, the actual floor is below grade. It is below sea level in the sense that when you come in from the parking lot and you come in, straight in, you're actually on the second level, we're actually on this catwalk that you see around, and so that's the entrance to the gym, and then you walk down to the floor level, and you walk up to the second tier of seating. And
hey, Rick, while we've got a little bit of time, since you've pretty much followed most of the games, give people your special insight on the Wilmington squad, their strengths, who to look for tonight, and what they like to try and do.
Well, I mean, obviously, there has been much press written about the Cumberland cousins. One being a senior and one being a junior. And obviously, they are probably what you would call the leaders of the team.
Yep.
They both typically will score in excess of 20 points a game. But there are several other players that are on the team that obviously contribute greatly to any given night. Wilmington has averaged probably in excess of 75, 80 points a game. The last two games, in fact, I think they eclipsed 90. They've not eclipsed the 100-point mark, but I think that's probably more by design than it was just a case that because obviously the coach has come in and he's substituted, he's given some of his players, and this is wise, especially when you're going into the tournament.
Yeah.
The players that are on the bench that don't get as many minutes, he brings them in and he gives them some opportunity to play in the game situation. So, any way you look at it, I think that tonight I expect a high-scoring game from both teams. I expect an up-tempo game from both teams. And as far as Wilmington, because I've not seen Wayne play, I think that Wilmington should be able to stay with Wayne, and I think that this will be a close game, just like the Kentucky game, where Covcath came in and won, in the waning seconds, came back from a 7-point deficit. Both teams had been up by 7 points at one time. They came back and they beat Wilmington by 3 points.
Well, one thing I would like to point out is keep your eye on the perimeter defense of Wilmington, because they've got a lot of quick hands, a lot of speed, and they kind of remind me a lot of the Springfield Cats we just saw. A lot of good perimeter pressure, and eventually that will wear down a team. If you're not razor sharp on the offensive end, if the guards get a little nonchalant with the ball or whatever, they're stealing in a heartbeat, and then it's off to the races. So I would point that out. That's the bread and butter of the Wilmington squad.
I don't think that Wayne is going to have any problem handling Wilmington's. Wilmington does a lot of full court press.
Yeah, right.
A lot of attempting to get the team to turn the ball over. I think that Wayne will probably be very similar in that kind of pressure, in that kind of speed, in that kind of control of the ball, and in trying to get those turnovers. So, I think that it's going to be a very competitive game, and I think that what you're probably seeing are two teams that in all respects are very similar. The only difference I would say at this point is I give the edge to Wayne from the standpoint of the seasoning of their team. They have, of their starters, we know for a fact, 3 seniors and 1 junior. And Wilmington is a younger team. So Wilmington is just now maybe blossoming and coming into its own there. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see as far as how these matchups play out. Another key factor will probably be who gets into foul trouble if either team does.
That's good observation. Hey, we want to also give a special welcome to all of our friends from Kentucky that's watching the games tonight, all of our friends from up there, Westerville, Southland, Dublin land, in all Central Ohio, and actually all over the country, because just in the last 2 or 3 weeks, the numbers have been exploding with Campus Nation in the broadcast. We appreciate all the great feedback we've gotten from everybody, and we'll be letting you know if we get things pulled together for some special broadcasts for later on in February.
Hey, AJ, they must have stocked up the snack bar because she just came up with sodas and hot dogs and hamburgers.
We see somebody setting up below us right here with their film crew.
I think that's one of the Wayne. I think they're probably filming the game.
Okay. Yeah.
Wayne.
They must have made an emergency run to Kroger's or something like that. They've even got some bottles of water. I'm going to see if I can reach my hand out and grab one of those.
Yeah, see if you can pull one from the crowd there.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Uh-oh. I guess he didn't hear me.
National anthem.
Here we go. Take your hat off, AJ. There it is.
This is going to be awesome, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2 team in the state taking on the number 3 team in the state Division I matchup. The defending Division I state champion Wayne Warriors are here taking on the Wilmington Hurricane. Wilmington coming in at 16-1. Wayne coming in at 14-2. You are watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com. The sports animal.
And oh yeah, Dave Martin doing the color commentary, and AJ Granger with Rick Phillips in the background. Rick and Noel handling the camera work. Well, you can tell the student animals are all set into their seats down there and ready to roll. Don't worry about it being a vocal. It's been quiet these first 2 games, Rick, but I'm going to tell you this place is going to explode.
Dave, the reason it was quiet the first game is because you weren't here. The people weren't cheering for you.
Okay, yeah. I did keep a low profile for the first game.
Who's that? I was just looking at it. This is nuts, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for high school basketball, our final game of a triple header here live at Fred Summers Court in the middle school gym. Number 2, Wilmington. Number 3, Wayne. It is on. Wayne gets the tip. Caldwell starts with the basketball, gives it off to Wagner.
Good pressure out on top.
Wagner to Williams. Almost got a bad pass there. Spinning. Good defense by Wilmington.
Yes, their high-pressure defense.
The Cumberlands are going to have to both be on. Bogart almost knocked it out. But number 3 going to the basket, Trey Landers for 2. Bogart brings the ball up the court for Wilmington. He's going to drive, try to feed it to McPherson. It's stolen away by the Warriors.
Errant pass. Quickly up the other end of the court.
Foul on Jaron Cumberland, his first, team's first.
Well, we don't want to see Jaron get in early foul trouble.
I don't think that was a foul, though. He was all ball.
A little ticky-tacky, but refs usually will call things tight in the early going.
Wayne will inbound from underneath their own basket. They get it in. Three-pointer over everybody, no good. Number 22, Jamik Trace.
Oh. Drives inside.
No shot. If foul was on the floor.
Okay. Boy, you can see Wilmington's looking to run right out of the gate.
Number 11, Roderick Caldwell, charged with his first, team's first. Wilmington will inbound. Bogart gets it into Miller. Miller hands it back off to Dylan. Javen was wide open and going to the inside. Gives it off to Jaron. Jaron's going to take it himself off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Warriors. Man, they couldn't buy a basket on that trip. Three-pointer on the other end. Good. Number 11, Caldwell for 3. Jaron Cumberland with the basketball. He's trapped. Got to get rid of it. Going to Wayne.
Questionable call. Jared tried to throw it off the Wayne player, but
it bounced back. It bounced off and hit him.
Yeah.
Caldwell
settle down.
with the inbound pass for the Warriors.
Oh,
and Cumberland steals it. He's all alone. Slam! Jared Cumberland for 2. It's 5-2. Wayne in the lead. 6:15 left to go, first quarter.
That brings the fans off their feet.
Woo! Good start for both teams. Wagner. Nice pass. Wide open 3. Thought about it. He traveled. No bucket. Rebounded by Alex Miller. Gives it off to Dylan Bogard.
Dylan right down the pike.
Bogard gets it blocked back in his face by Wagner, saying, no, not today.
Nice defense in there. But hey, he's being aggressive going to the hoop. That's what you got to do.
Bogard inbounds it underneath their own hoop. Gets it into McPherson.
Inside.
McPherson tried to get it off to Javen, but they give it back to Dylan. Bogard over to Javen Cumberland. His first touch. He makes his move. He goes up. He's fouled. 2 shots.
Nice job. That was real nice crossover dribble there, and he went inside. They're going to look to try to take the ball to the hole. You know, that's good strategy to see if you can pull some early fouls in the Wayne squad.
Right, and Wayne will be very aggressive in trying to stop that, trying to block those shots. So they may end up, they'll have to be careful. They don't want to get in foul trouble early.
First one good. That foul, I believe, was on number 3, Landers, and not number 2. Number 2 is not out on the floor. Second team foul for Wayne. Second shot for Cumberland. No good.
Loose ball.
Picked up by the Warriors. 5-3. 5:35 left to go, first quarter. Wayne in the lead.
There's that pressure defense we've talked about out on top.
Good passing. Good spacing. Ball to Trice. Landers down low. Goes up.
Good
gets
defense.
it blocked.
Oh, outlet pass got thrown away. Excellent defense down inside.
Wayne has the basketball at the scores table. Inbound pass.
Full court pressure.
Caldwell. Bogard. Guarding Caldwell. Pass. 5 minutes to go. Step up jumper. No good. And a foul over the back by number 20, Williams.
Yeah.
That's going to be his first, the team's third.
Okay, early subs. We got some early subs coming in the game. Who you got, Jay? Looks like 13. Is that Mr. Scott?
Garrett Scott coming into the game.
Yep. He's like their 6th man. Valuable.
Number 5, LaChristian Smith coming in for the Warriors. You mean Scott's their 6th man?
Yeah.
There's 5 men on the court.
Yeah, he's their sixth man. The valuable clog to come in off the bench.
We call that Common Core math there.
Yeah, Common Core math? Okay, thank you.
Alex Miller gets rid of it to Javen Cumberland. Over to Jaron Cumberland. Now to Garrett Scott. Scott back over to Javen Cumberland, who's going to drive. Go up with it off the glass and good. Tied up at 5 apiece. 4.5 minutes to go in our first quarter.
Right to the hole, AJ.
Rick, I told you there was a television camera.
Oh,
and a foul.
No, dog. Oh, that's the second foul on Jared.
Cameron Stewart coming into the ball game. The foul will be charged on Jaron Cumberland, his team second.
Boy,
he's already on the bench.
Yeah, you sure don't want to see that early in the ball game. I was worried about that.
Inbound pass goes to Wagner. Wagner spinning, loses it, but he's going to get fouled.
Oh, boy, that looked like a travel there, but the refs, I guess, are going to call. Fans don't like that call, Rick.
Alex Miller charged with his first, the team's third.
The Zebras may be in for a long night with some calls like that. I don't know. We're not being impartial. We're just telling it like it is.
Inbound pass to Wagner. Ball's going to go back to Wayne.
Good defense.
Got to get it in here. That's 5. That was 5.
The refs didn't call it, so Wayne's got it out on top, looking to run their offense.
Pass outside. Parker gives it off to Tiggs. Tiggs outside. Oh, man, he had a wide open 3. Couldn't hold on to a step back 3-pointer, though. No good.
Good block out. Good block out. Control the ball.
Bogard with the basketball. Gives it out to Javen Cumberland for 3. It's good from the top of the circle. 8-5. Wilmington grabs its first lead.
The running game.
That one off his foot. Yeah. Wilmington basketball.
There's that defensive pressure out on top we've talked about, Rick, all
good
night.
Good defense.
Wow.
Woo.
3:32 left to go. First period, 8-5. Wilmington in the lead over the Warriors of Wayne. Bogard brings the ball up the court, gives it off to Garrett Scott. Scott gives it, trying to find somebody. Nobody's open.
Good ball movement. Get it out to your guard.
Gives it to Javen Cumberland. Javen to Alex Miller. Miller to Stewart. Stewart had 24 points last night, and a bad pass off the hands of Javen Cumberland.
Yeah, that's just a little careless. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Yeah, last night Cameron Stewart had 24 points. He was one of the leading scorers with Jaron Cumberland.
Yeah. He's got a good shooting eye. There's no question about that.
McPherson coming back on the court for Wilmington. Caldwell gets the inbound. He'll bring it up the court, working against Cameron Stewart. Still 8-5, Wilmington in the lead.
Still lots of pressure out on top.
Tiggs.
Oh,
tried to just throw it up for 3, no good.
That looked like more of an alley-oop, but it wasn't there.
Bogard, nice pass to McPherson, who comes out on top. Gets it to Scott. Scott goes up and foul.
Nice power move. Yes, sir.
Wilmington looks like they're going to force the issue. They're going to the hoop, and they're going to make sure that Wayne pays for it if they foul him.
Garrett Scott, he plays a little football, and he looks like it right there.
Yeah, he plays for our coach across the way that was on our Love Cam earlier.
So he does not mind contact, and that's exactly what he got.
First one, no good. The foul is on Tiggs, his first.
AJ, I see his hands kind of taped up. Is he injured in the last couple ball games?
He's had his hand taped up for a while.
Okay.
You notice that when the coach always calls his players, Noska will call his players over here during the first shot. Ball is going to stay with Wayne. And you note, if you didn't notice, a Wayne player followed both kids over to the bench to listen to what the coach was telling his kids.
Oh, wow.
You saying we got a New England here?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Tiggs gives the ball off to Caldwell.
Look at that pressure out on top.
Caldwell is fouled by Stewart.
Yeah, he's going to get called for that. That's a little over-aggressive.
His first team
fourth. He's pressing them clear out of the half-court line.
Yeah, Wilmington, typically they are going to press like that.
Wayne will inbound the basketball. 2:19 left to go. First quarter, 9-5. Wilmington in the lead. Inbound pass goes to Caldwell. Working against Stewart still. There's the switch. Kick out. Trying to go up with it. Oh, Tiggs almost lost that one.
Good pressure defense.
Tiggs gives the ball off to number 33, Parker, who drives, puts up a jumper. No good. No
Fight
tip.
the ball inside. Scramble.
And Jamin Cumberland's all alone. Coast to coast. Off the backboard for two. 11-5. Wilmington in the lead. What a job.
Scrappy Wilmington. You can see they're going to scrap for every loose ball, every rebound.
A lot of focus on this team tonight. A lot of focus.
Caldwell working against Stewart. Thought about a shot. Got to get rid of it. And a foul against McPherson.
Okay.
Team's fifth.
You're going to pick up some of those fouls with the style of defense they play, but that's all right. Wilmington's got a pretty deep bench. They can go 8 or 9 players.
I think Wilmington just wants Wayne to know you're not going to push us around.
That's right.
We are going to check you every chance we get. If we pick up a few fouls, so be it. But we're going to make sure that you know that you're going to fight for every shot you take.
That's right. That's good observation, Rick.
21.
You did that without your glasses.
Guy Victoria got the inbound pass. Jumper. No good.
Shot.
No good on the tip. Pulled down the rebound. Caldwell couldn't hit it. Javen Cumberland. Nice pass inside. Going back out for three. Oh! Garrett Scott for three.
Scott from deep downtown.
60 seconds to go. Quarter number one. 14-5. Wilmington pulling away 9-point lead. Caldwell gives it off. This place is rocking. Travel!
That's the pressure defense we've talked about all night long. Forcing turnovers. And I'll point out something. Right now, Wilmington's doing all this with their star right there on the bench with 2 personal fouls.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Dylan Bogart bringing the ball up the court. Bogart gives it off to Cameron Stewart for three. Oh, in and out. Ball still loose. Picked up by Wayne. Got to bring it down the court. It's Landers. Landers all by himself is going to get fouled.
Well, yeah. He was on the verge of turning that ball over there and got bailed out with a little cheap foul.
Garrett Scott's going to be charged with the foul. His first team sixth. 28.9 seconds left to go first quarter. Wilmington in the lead. Oh, good job by Javen Cumberland. Knocking the ball right back into the face. And a bad pass. And it's going back to Wilmington.
There it is. Another turnover forced by that good pressure defense of Wilmington.
Wayne has not seen anything like this. They're sort of stunned right now.
Yeah.
Jaron's coming back on the court with 2 fouls.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea with just these few seconds left in the first quarter.
The coach is thinking, get him back in here, get the last shot of the quarter. He wants him to get the last shot of the quarter, I bet.
28.9 seconds remaining on this first quarter play.
So let's see. They're going to hold the ball here for the last shot. You watch. Bring their horse in there.
Jared inbounds it to Bogart. Bogart's going to take it up the court. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bogart tried to drive, got cut off. Ball gets tipped in the air. Stewart. Garrett Scott down low. That was goaltending. That was goaltending. Garrett Scott goes back up with it, no good.
For the ball. Don't foul, Garrett.
No good on that bucket. Oh, Stewart was trying to shoot a half-court shot. At the end of the first quarter of play, Wilmington has a 14-5 lead over Wayne, and the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, listen to the fans, Rick. I told you they were saving it all night, brother. Exciting basketball.
This is amazing, man. You are watching the high school basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. AJ Ganger, Dave Martin, and Rick Phillips here. Noel Kane running camera in this titanic struggle between number 2 Wilmington and number 3 Wayne. I'm losing my voice already.
Well, you got to save some for the second half.
Yeah. We'll get an icy cold beverage here at halftime. I'll tell you what. Fast and furious is all you can say about the action down here. And like we talked about, one of the things I pointed out is the pressure defense of Wilmington is unrelenting.
The interesting thing is that we thought this was going to be a horse race between two extremely fast teams. What we're seeing is just the opposite. You're seeing two excellent defensive teams going at it.
Yeah.
And the defense is, 14-5. That's incredible for 1 quarter of play.
Especially for Wayne. That's a
right.
high-powered offense.
Limited to 5 points.
Yeah.
Now, Wilmington last night limited Miami Trace to no points in the third quarter and 9 points in the fourth quarter for 9 points in the second half. So they've been on a defensive run.
I can tell you right now that, in my opinion, the coach for Wayne is telling his players, we've got to go inside. They forced some outside shots that weren't there, but watch for Wayne to go inside and try to go to their big guy early here in the second period. Okay, AJ, are you all set, brother?
I'm always all ready.
All right.
Wilmington will have the ball to begin the second quarter. 8 minutes on the clock. And we've got a little stoppage here.
It's a TV commercial timeout for us, but we're okay.
No. They're talking to the kids, trying to get that split down the middle down there because they're up against the wall.
Okay.
Springfield's watching this game.
Okay.
Dylan Bogart with the basketball as we begin our second quarter. Jaron Cumberland puts up a three.
No good.
No good.
That was
Rebounded
long range,
by the Warriors. I think Wayne's a little
pass inside of their big guy. Goes up strong.
nice job by number 0, Ahmad Wagner.
Yeah. Right away, they went right inside.
Wayne was a little shell-shocked during that first quarter. They weren't expecting this from this Wilmington team.
Right, and they're applying pressure just like Wilmington is.
Javen Cumberland with the basketball. Step back, fadeaway gets blocked. On the other end of the court, nice pass, three-pointer, good! Number 22, Demetrius for 3. And Wilmington needs a timeout with 7:15 to go in the first half. 30-second timeout, 14-10 Wilmington.
They want to regroup. They've scored quick 5 points here, and Wayne, is getting back in this game. The Wilmington coach does not want that to happen.
They went inside to their big guy for a quick, easy bucket, and then they went inside and they flipped it back on out, and it was a wide open jumper. So that was going to be their strategy, definitely, is to try to penetrate this hard defense. You just can't keep running the ball out on the perimeter. That's playing right into Wilmington's hand. They got to go inside, outside, and get their big guys involved in the game.
A great atmosphere here this evening. Fred Summers Court Middle School Gym. You're watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com. The sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Now, the thing Wilmington needs to do is come down there this possession and get them a good shot.
Bogart gets the inbound. Ball goes out.
Turnover. But that's not good. They need to get another guard down there to help out. That was a tough inbound pass.
Wayne to inbound from the sideline. The inbound comes in to Caldwell, who's working against Stewart still. That was an offensive foul. If anything, he put his shoulder down.
Well, he had his arm out there trying to fend off the defense, but
Cameron Stewart's
going to have to
second,
be
team
careful.
7.
Second foul on him.
1-1 upcoming for Caldwell.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. You don't want to have your opponent in the 1-on-1 this early in the second period.
First front end is up and good for Caldwell.
You want to play aggressive out on top But you don't want to pick up ticky-tacky type fouls because that can really hurt you down the stretch.
Second shot is up and good.
Yeah.
14-12, down to a 2-point lead for Wilmington. They've led by as many as 9. Bogard brings the ball up. He almost dribbled right through a trap. Ball gets stolen away. Caldwell with the bucket and the foul.
Yeah. I hate to say it, I saw that one coming. That was a problem there because 32 tried to go through 2 guys, and then another Wayne guy jumped on up there and forced the turnover. And when you turn it over out on top, a team like Wayne's going to take it right to the hole the other way. And sure enough, we got an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Bogard
for Wayne,
charged with his first. Team's 8th. 3-point play is completed. 15-14. Wayne now in the lead.
I think it's a 10-0 run, isn't it?
Yes. Next pass. Javen Cumberland off the glass for 2.
Javen, the big guy, got back for Wayne, but Javen converted regardless.
16-15. Wilmington back in the lead. And that's a charge.
Yeah,
that was a charge against number 11, Roderick Caldwell. His first, I believe. Team's 6th or team's 5th.
Good movement with the feet there by your defensive player there for Wilmington. Real good job.
And that's Caldwell's second. He's coming out of the game. Number 20 on the floor, Williams.
Rick's back here trying to catch his breath. You okay, Rick? It's fast and furious, brother. I'll tell you what.
That's true.
Dylan Bogard with the basketball. And that's a kick.
They got the big guy, number 20, clear out there near half court with the double team. Did you see that, AJ? I don't know what he's doing.
They're running it.
It's
almost like they're running a zone.
You got to be able to take advantage of that. If he's that far away from the bucket, you should be able to go inside. Let's see if they try and do it. Half-court trap, it looks like.
Javen Cumberland finds the lane, gets it out to Stewart in the corner for 3. No good. Air ball.
No.
And that bucket will be good. Number 12, Devin Reed. 17-16, Wayne in the lead. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Bogard gets it out. Javen Cumberland kicks it back out to Bogard. Bogard in the corner with Garrett Scott for 3. No good.
That was a tough shot. He was really deep in the corner that time.
Wayne gets the rebound, comes down the court. In the corner. Nice pass.
Yeah.
Goes up, and he gets fouled.
That's what I said. They look to go right into the big guy. So Wayne is showing a lot more disciplined offense here in the early goings in the second period. And that's what I figured the coach would tell them. They say, hey, guys, we got to go to our bread and butter. We got to look at our big guy inside. Good ball movement.
Wagner shooting 2. First one, no good. Miller's charged with his second. Worley's going to come into the ball game. And so is Jaron Cumberland replacing Cameron Stewart.
I'm sure the Wilmington coach told Jaron to try and get yourself a couple shots here, but make them good shots.
Second one, no good as well.
Looks like maybe.
Yeah, lane violation.
White ball.
Even without my glasses, I get it right.
Yeah, okay, good. You're like the squirrel up here.
Javen gets the inbound pass from Garrett Scott. Brings it all the way up the court. Gives it off to Jaron. Jaron to Worley. Worley to Scott. Scott to Javen. Back over to Worley. Scott over to Jaron Cumberland.
It's important for Wilmington to get a good shot here.
Nice job moving the ball
inside.
around.
Oh, he was temporarily open.
Jaron Cumberland back to Dylan Bogard. They got no one going inside.
Well, they're trying to screen down low, but nobody's breaking loose.
5 minutes still to go, first half. Worley in the corner, thought about it.
No.
Gets it in to
Double
Jaron.
team, triple team.
Oh, nice pass out of it.
Foul.
Scott's fouled. That was
a foul.
late foul call.
Yeah. That was a nice look there by Jaron. He was double teaming and then triple teamed. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he made the nice outlet pass. He's got to know that they're going to double and triple him all night, so he's going to have his teammates be wide open. Hopefully going to the hoop. Uh-oh, we got chatter
too.
coming in here from the chat room. What are they saying?
Williams is charged with his third already.
Okay.
The
We don't know whether it's PG or R-rated, so we won't put it on the air.
First shot for Garrett Scott is good.
Okay.
Second shot for Garrett Scott is up, and it is no good. We're tied at 17. 4:50 left to go, first half. Trice,
The big guy
step
coming
back
out.
three, no good.
good.
Rebounded by Javen Cumberland.
That was good defensive pressure there.
Gets it to Jaron Cumberland.
Nice
He
move inside.
Gets
Okay.
fouled.
They called Wayne on the hold.
30, number 3, Landers charged with the foul. There's a 1-and-1. That's his first for Jaron Cumberland, shooting 1-and-1.
Well, with Jaron, you always have instant offense. Put him on the wing and turn him loose, and that may be their strategy right here. They've got to
Brandon
get
is
him
good.
involved in the game. They're going to need his 20-plus points scoring average. Right, Rick?
I like to see him and his cousin get 30 tonight each.
Well, yeah, I don't know about that tonight, but they need to have them both involved and
Second one is missed.
run your offense through them.
18-17, 4.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Wilmington in the lead. Wagner gives the ball off. Nice pass. Wagner gets it blocked, and that's a foul. That was not a foul.
Yeah. But that play was wide open there. If you've seen it, that was an excellent, pick and roll. And with a guy that big, just flip it up in the air and let him grab it. He's 5 feet from the bucket. What's he going to do? So Wilmington's going to have to really watch for that.
Worley charged with his first, team's 10th.
Usually the best way to stop that is you need to have your guard slap on over and get in front of the guy on the lob. So you got the inside guy rolling to the hoop. He's double teamed. I've learned that over the years. Doesn't always work, but
Second one is good as well. 19-18, 4:16 left to go.
The scoring goes
First
back
half.
and forth.
Yeah.
Seesaw
Yeah.
scoring here.
well, you can see it's like a chess game with these coaches on what strategy they're employing and stuff.
Right. Now there's some extreme pressure.
Okay,
Jaron Cumberland gets the inbound pass.
double team. Oh, no.
Tried to fit it
Jared,
into
that's
Scott.
bad.
Ball still loose.
Fight for it.
Jump ball.
Yep, jump ball.
You can't see the possession arrow from here because obviously we're
Yeah.
on the home side of the scoring.
Jared's going to have to be a little bit more careful with the ball there. I know what he was trying to do. You get the ball to the middle of the court, and that's the way to break the press, but there was too much defensive pressure.
Looks like
Possession
Wayne.
arrow is going to Wayne.
It was, yeah,
I can see the light on top.
okay.
Well, why didn't you say earlier?
We wanted to make sure.
22 bringing it up. Trice. Bad pass. Almost went out of bounds.
Scott being physical out on top.
Oh,
Landers grabs it. And that one's blocked.
Oh, nice play. Here we go. Oh,
Jared
wow.
Cumberland is fouled, and he'll go to shoot a 1-and-1.
Well, you see the fans there is at the last team. They're all lined up down
That's
underneath.
Springfield.
Is it? Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know about that position. You could be getting a lot of action coming your way down there, that close under the bucket.
well, the next game we're going to have you down there, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Remember, I'm a three-point shot artist.
Oh, man, he couldn't hit the front end.
Long pass down court with Wayne. Drive.
Tiggs gets it blocked
Oh,
and
nice
stolen away
strip.
again. 3-on-2. Oh, off the glass, no good. McPherson
Still
pulls
has
it
it.
down, no good. Oh, off the foot of Garrett Scott.
Wow. That was lots of action. The alley-oop there, and they just couldn't quite control it. Good hustle all the way around.
19-18, 3:27 left to go, first half. Wilmington down by a point to Wayne. Trice Gives the ball off. They're trying to trap somebody in the corner. Tries, kicks it out, spinning.
Oh, no, that's out of control. Travel.
Okay.
Yeah, he was going out of control. If he hadn't traveled, it should have been a charging foul, but travel came first.
Smith hit with the travel. Javen Cumberland gets the inbound pass, gives it off to Stewart.
Wayne continues to exert some tremendous pressure on this Wilmington team.
McPherson to Jaron Cumberland. And the ball's going back to Wayne.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Jaron, it doesn't look like he's quite used to that much pressure on him that far out from the bucket.
No, the Cumberlands typically are light years ahead of the defense as far as speed.
Yeah.
And with this Wayne team, there's no question. They are very, very fast.
And talented. Yep, no doubt.
Trice working against Stewart. Hands the ball off.
Yeah, it looks like he threw an elbow there, but they didn't call it.
Jumper. Wow, good shot. 22, Trice with the bucket. Javen Cumberland spinning on the other end. Got it.
Nice bucket. There's one of the Cumberlands saying, oh, okay, we can do a little something.
21-20.
Yeah. But as you can see, so far this half, we've seen Wayne making a concerted effort to go inside just about every opportunity they can. And that's going to open up their outside game. If you penetrate inside, you can flip it out to the wing, and your guy usually is going to be open.
That's Cumberland's first foul.
10 fouls.
First one good.
So it'd be the bonus situation if they get.
Wayne is in the double bonus right now.
Second one is up and good. 24-21, 2 minutes left.
Wilmington's got to get himself a good look at the bucket. Good pass inside. Jared shot out.
Javen with the jumper and got it.
That was sweet.
Nice move. Nice move. Controlled offense there. They get a good shot and they convert.
Nice job by Wayne on the other end.
Up.
And going back to Wilmington.
Yeah. The Wayne guy looking at each other saying, wait a minute, I thought you were going all the way to the hole, which he probably should have did. He penetrated so far in. But it's a turnover either way.
McPherson to Stewart.
Look at the big guy out on top. 0.
Oh, cross court. Jaron Cumberland thought about it. Goes back.
No.
It's going back to Wilmington.
That was too chancy there. You got to be careful on cross court passes, especially with a quick team like Wayne.
Jaron gets the inbound pass. 1:05 left to go. First half. 23.
Nice pass.
Oh,
Yay!
Javen Cumberland for 2.
Cumberland to Cumberland.
Wilmington reclaiming the lead. 25-24.
Here's your pressure. Clear out on top.
Drives. Outside. Wide open 3. No good. That was an over the back. And a dunk by number 0, Wagner.
Fight for the ball.
Cameron Stewart.
Good offensive rebound there.
Jaron Cumberland, 25 seconds to go. First half. 26-25 Wayne. And a foul against number 3.
Yep.
Trey Landers.
Well, you know, one thing I can say, they are calling this game very tight.
You got to.
And I would say that, you know, considering the powerhouse that both these teams are, they probably don't want this to get out of hand.
Yeah.
And it could quickly get out of hand if they're not really, even ticky-tacky on some of the fouls that they're calling.
No, I think the ref's done a real good job, and you got to call it that way, Rick. Otherwise, who knows what could happen.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is good by Jaron Cumberland to tie it.
You've got two fast, physical teams out there in the court, and you're going to have to let them know that, hey guys, we'll let you get away with a little something, but
right,
we're going to make a lot of calls. But the refs haven't been rattled tonight.
Second shot up and good. 27-26, 21.2 seconds left to go in the first half. Wilmington has reclaimed the lead.
Wayne will probably go for the last basket, you think?
Yeah, 21 seconds. They should, unless they get a wide open lane or something.
Caldwell brings it up the court for the Warriors. 15 seconds left.
There's the big guy going over to set a screen.
Working
9 seconds.
Around. He's going to have to put something up now. Drives, kicks it out. Three-pointer, no good. And at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, the number 2 team in the state, the Wilmington Hurricane, are leading the number 3 team in the state, Wayne, 27-26.
And you hear the fans roaring their approval. And
well, it's too bad that we haven't had a more exciting basketball game, I really wanted to bring our listening audience and our viewing audience, some excitement.
I'll tell you what, if they don't have excitement from this broadcast, I don't know what they're waiting on. One of the
It's a little different, obviously.
I was thinking about trying to go down there and get something to drink, but I don't even know if we could squeeze out of here. I think we're packed like sardines.
If you leave, you may not get back.
Back in, I better stay put. What about you, AJ? You good?
And if you were going to go to the little boys or girls room,
so I got to leave anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You do. Put your little red hat on that has the blinking light.
In case we have to come down and rest, he said, put your hat on that has a little blinking light in case we got to come down and find you.
Right.
All right. Okay, Rick, well, let's go ahead.
Let me go over some of our upcoming scheduled broadcasts.
Sure. Let everybody know this is
CampusNation.com.
The sports animal.
That's right. And so as far as our games next week, we get – this is unusual because we literally have something every night of the week. But next week, our first game is not until Wednesday. That is a college basketball game. Ohio Northern, the Polar Bears, OAC battle between the Polar Bears and the Wilmington Quakers. They
fighting
will be,
Quakers. That's
right, the fighting Quakers. You can't put the G on it. But anyway, that game's going to get underway at 7:15 this Wednesday night for our pregame show. 7:30 will actually be the tip-off. And then on the 7th, which would be Saturday, we've got 2 games. We've got women's college basketball. That will be Marietta coming in to play the Lady Quakers. Marietta at Wilmington. That game tips off at 3 o'clock. We will have our pregame show at 2:45. Then we do double duty that day, double dip as we call it.
Yeah.
We're going to come back here to the middle school gym. The girls' high school Kane, they're playing Chillicothe. They were playing the Cavaliers, and that will be once again a tip-off at 7:15 for our pregame and 7:30 for the game. The following week, we've got on Monday boys high school basketball. I said Coach Strieber from East Clinton, he's out here watching the game. He waved to me when I went down to get me a Gatorade. Strieber will be bringing in the East Clinton Astros, and that will be a tip-off once again at 7:30 with our pregame at 7:15. That is the 10th of February. Now, the 10th or the 11th of February, we have sort of an asterisk with that game. That is a men's college basketball game. Otterbein coming in to play the Wilmington Fighting Quakers. That game is scheduled for 7:15 with a 7:30 actual game time. But I will preface that because there are some big goings-on in wrestling. And so we may switch to wrestling coverage because that will occur at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and would interfere with our coverage of the men Quakers game. So stay tuned to our site and make sure that you stay up to date as far as whether we're going to have college basketball or high school wrestling. And then not on our schedule is a February the 13th date, which can be a high school basketball game.
I'm listening to Rick.
Yeah, either a high school basketball game that we might want to talk with Chillicothe, the Cavaliers. Wilmington's guys will be going out there to play them. Chillicothe played them pretty tough the first half when they were here. But we also have in the works possibly a big blockbuster game from Columbus, and if that can come to fruition, we'd certainly like to be up there in Columbus and bring you some great...
We're hoping that the Westerville South head honchos are tuning in tonight. All the indications were that they would be, and hopefully they're enjoying our broadcast and our coverage, and they'll give us the green light. We'd like nothing better to go up there and do a special presentation of top-notch basketball in Central Ohio with two of the premier teams.
I hope they don't judge us on spelling and grammar as far as an email there, Dave.
Well, that was late at night. I mean, that was...
Collage? What was this?
They're supposed to have a...
Dave went to the College of Hard Knocks. He went to Dublin.
Yeah, Dublin.
Yeah.
Actually, when I went to Dublin, there was only one Dublin.
That was the one in the log cabin that you had to walk 5 miles both ways?
Sort of. Yeah, I mean, you're not really that far off. Actually,
right.
I could ride the horse to school if I wanted to. So usually I'd take the bike.
We've got a note here. There is a change in the score. Wilmington still leads. It's 26-25. They've corrected that at halftime. Finishing up our schedule here. The 13th, it remains an open date until we confirm where we will be going for our broadcast. But on the 14th of February, and I think that's Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
I got a question. Does that have anything to, that date is not the actual date that Chazzy's got his...
No, he's at the end of the month.
All right, so we don't have to worry about any conflict there. Baldwin Wallace is coming in to play the Lady Quakers, Wilmington College basketball on the 14th of February, and that is an evening game as well. That game, that's an afternoon game. That's a Saturday, 2:45 p.m. for our pregame, 3 o'clock for our game. Then on the 18th, women's college basketball. Muskegon comes into Wilmington, and they play on February the 18th. That is an evening game. The game for our pregame, 7:15. The tip-off at 7:30. And then we've got a big high school wrestling tri-meet with Bellbrook and New Richmond, but I think that's all changing, right? Because that's not really on the schedule. So we've got to eliminate that. We do have Bellbrook, and is it New Richmond that's coming in with Bellbrook?
I don't remember what it is, but I know it's Bellbrook and somebody else that comes in on the 11th.
On the 11th. So we have to, that February 20th, forget that. We'll get that off the site. That will
The audience should know, because we've probably got a lot of new people maybe coming on in or joining us, or they'll be watching the game on the rebroadcast.
That's what I get the big bucks for, Dave.
Yeah. No, it's your technical skills.
Well, I am an IT professional. Among my many multi-talented, individual talents.
And that's why the quality of the broadcast is so good tonight. And we want to thank powers to the be over here at Wilmington, because they made sure we had the proper bandwidth to be able to bring a quality broadcast to all the people out there. And
well, just to explain the way that it was originally. A staff network, and then maybe a couple other minor networks, and then they also have a free Wi-Fi network for students. in order to ensure that we had plenty of bandwidth available for this game tonight, and they're going to make other hardwire arrangements, I think, in the future, because the technology here in the gym was installed a few years ago, and technology obviously marches on as it's changed. But a lot of times what we were having problems with was we would have bandwidth dropouts because the free Wi-Fi would interfere with the staff Wi-Fi that we were logged into. The great people here, Don Sutton, the IT guy here, I had a talk with him, sent him an email.
Yeah.
He was very quick to get the network set up exclusively for this night tonight. So we have all the available bandwidth on the Wilmington High School network for this broadcast tonight, so our fans get every minute of the action.
Well,
and we've had plenty of action.
And that's exactly right. And one of the things I like to point out, it's fans all over the country, and this is what any of the ADs that might be out there catching the action tonight or catching it on the replay, I'd like to point it out. If you're interested in trying to get a special broadcast of your team done by us, contact us.
Right,
Contact Rick Phillips.
our platform, and you can go to our just click the About button on our webpage, and it will give you an 800 number that you can call and make arrangements.
Yeah.
We'd be happy to talk with you regardless of where you are, and consult with you so that you can access and use the Campus Nation worldwide network for that matter.
That's right.
I don't know if we could do any games like in Japanese or Korean or something like that.
Not yet.
Dave, how's your Korean, Dave?
I'm working on it.
All right, guys, before we begin the second half, let's go over some stats real quick.
Good stats.
Leading scorer for Wayne with 8 points was Roderick Caldwell. With 6 points, we had Wagner. With 7 points, we had Trice. They had a total of 12 turnovers, shot a total of 42.1% from the field, 28.6% from three-point land, and 87.5% from the free throw line. Only 3 people on Wilmington's team has scored. The leading scorer, Javen Cumberland, with 16, 5 points for Jaron Cumberland, and 5 points for Garrett Scott. They shot 45% from the field, 33.3% from three-point land, and only 54.5% from the free throw line.
That's
Wilmington
unusual.
had 8 turnovers in that first half.
I guess the big thing is if Wayne is looking at these stats, and they get these stats too, they may want to try to shut down Wilmington's scorer simply because obviously if we've only had 3 guys score, and obviously the number 1 scorer is the Cumberland kid there, they may try to put more pressure on him to try to shut him down. So we're going to have some other guys rise to the occasion.
Yeah, exactly. We got to get more balanced scoring out of the Wilmington crew. And we'll see what the strategy is here for the second half.
Charlie Hargrave saying it sounds and looks good.
Good.
Ready to go. Hurricanes start out with the basketball to begin the second half. Dylan Bogart has it, gives it to Javen Cumberland, who thought about driving, got cut off, gives it to Miller.
There's good defense out there on him.
Miller back over to Bogart. Jaron Cumberland at the letters for 3. Oh, in and out. Rebound, though, by Alex Miller. Over to Javen Cumberland for the jumper. Got the two-pointer.
They did a nice job controlling that rebound and coming up with a nice shot, AJ.
3-point lead for the Hurricane at the moment. 25-28, 7:20 left to go in the third.
Out on top, looking to go inside.
And the bucket.
Yeah, power
for
move.
Wagner.
That was a nice move by the Wayne. What is it, the forward or the center there? Got a lot of nice size to him.
I don't think they have centers anymore.
Jaron Cumberland.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's so
Cumberland.
interchangeable. But it was a nice move. He turned, looked to the bucket, and saw an opening, went right to it.
Javen Cumberland charged with his second. Team's first. 3-point play is no good. Going to Wilmington. Out of bounds, 28-27.
Well, that's what I would advise Wilmington is they're going to have to double team that big guy when they get it in on the high post.
Javen inbounds it to Dylan Bogart, who works the ball up the court. Gives it off. McPherson.
It's good defense by Wayne.
Jared Cumberland over to Javen Cumberland. Got cut off. Gives it to Bogart. Thought about a 3.
He's got the big guy came out on him.
And they've had the big guy on him all day.
Yeah.
I think that they know that there's a lot of good three-point shooters on this team, and they've been cutting off the three-pointers.
Jaron Cumberland with it. Drives. Goes up. Reverse layup. No good.
Nice
Rebound by Miller. Javen for 3.
Oh,
no good. Rebounded by Alex Miller. Back to Javen. Another jumper. Good. Good job. Three
Nice
offensive
rebounding
rebounds.
inside. Number 10 for Wilmington.
3 offensive rebounds, and they finally get 2 out of it. 30-27. Going up with it was Caldwell, who's fouled.
Uh-oh, who they calling the foul on? Uh-oh, looks like it's on
34.
That's
Jaron, that's his
Jared.
third.
Yeah, he didn't want to pick one up this early in the third quarter. He's going to have to really watch it the rest of the way.
That's his third, team second. Shooting 2 will be Roderick Caldwell.
You just have to be smart in there and pick your spots. But the whole key is you got to stop the penetration out on top. You can't let them attack the bucket like
Right,
that.
that's exactly right, Dave.
Second shot for Caldwell, no good.
Fight for the rebound.
Going back to Wayne.
Oh, I don't know about that call. Looked like the big guy was over his
On his back, yeah.
It really did. But that's not the way the refs saw it.
Wayne inbounds underneath their own basket. They get it in to Wagner. Wagner kicks it out to Caldwell. Caldwell driving, gives it off underneath, goes up and a bucket to tie it. Number 3,
Reverse layup.
Landers.
Down the other end.
Oh, Javen Cumberland,
Nice
coast to
pass.
coast. That's what
Nice
happens when we don't
pass.
get back on
Yeah.
defense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Wayne's been caught flat-footed several times.
They're not used to playing a team with this much speed, I don't think.
No.
Caldwell
Absolutely not.
gives it off, 3-pointer, no good.
No, that was a brick there.
Williams tried to hit the 3.
On the drive, Wilmington.
Javen Cumberland over to Jaron Cumberland. He's going to shoot a 3. Nail a 3-pointer! Jaron Cumberland. This place was absolutely quiet when he shot it, and then they erupted when it went through. Trice with the basketball, working on Javen Cumberland. Gives it off. And a travel by Williams.
That's a walk.
35-30.
Yeah,
They're getting
Wayne's starting to
rattled.
get a little rattled here. Coach is going to say timeout.
Timeout, Wayne.
They're not used to teams hanging with them like
well,
this.
the last thing Wayne wants to do is get the fans into this ball game. You can hear once they erupt, well, his place is like a rumble house. But good strategy. Wilmington looks like they are going to try and come out and set up and run their offense, control the ball out on top a little bit. You don't have to rush it every time. You take what the defense is giving you. But it's going to be important to get Jared into the ball game and get his scoring.
Right, he's
He's been a little quiet so far, but I think he's ready to erupt. But he's got 3 fouls, so he's got to be careful. He may not be able to go to the hoop how he likes, Rick, but he may rely on his outside game and his pull-up jumpers. Nothing wrong with that.
no, nothing wrong with that at all.
You are watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. We got the number 2 team in the state in Division I. Wilmington leading the number 3 team in the state in Division I, 35-30.
Defending state champs.
Defending state champs, that's right.
Well, when you watch a game like this, you can't help but get excited for the tournament action because there's so many good teams all around the state that this year is going to be something
Ohio's
else.
got a lot of quality high school basketball
I hope Bad
teams.
Mott is taking notes of some of these players out here. He could use a few more of them.
Hey,
Miller will inbound it to Bogard. 5:10 left to go in the third quarter. Bogard tried to find
Good idea,
Javen.
but they got a quick hand in there.
And a foul against Worley.
Yeah, the foul's going to be called on Wilmington, but the Wayne guy looked like he was using his arm to clear him out a little bit. But, you know, the ref's going to go with
That's his second
on
foul, the
Wilmington.
team's third.
2 shots. That was a nice attempt at the back door right there. They just was off just a little bit in the connection.
First one, no good for Landers.
Ooh.
still a very low-scoring game.
Yeah.
We expected this to be run and gun, and it is not.
Well, the defense out there, Rick, it's so much good high-pressure defense out there. Teams just aren't getting the ability to be able to run because the defense is so quick to get back, and it's high pressure out on top. Both teams missed a lot of free throws. That's kept the scoring down. It's been a physical game, but a well-played game.
Second one for Landers is up, and no good on
good.
that one.
See,
Jared
there you go, another
Cumberland
2 misses.
gets the rebound, takes it down the court.
Oh, nice move there.
Gonna
Going
drive,
inside,
go up,
shot
get fouled.
Oh, nice move.
Fouls on number 20, Williams.
That's the Jaron you expect. Going strong to the hoop. He's got his patented spin move there. Draws the foul, almost a chance for a 3-point play.
That's the 4th one for Williams. 2 shots for Cumberland, first one good.
Yeah.
Parker coming into the ball game for Wayne.
Here comes, looks like Garrett Scott's getting ready to come in.
First one good, or second one good. 37-30, 4:51 left to go in the third. Yep, Garrett Scott comes into the ball game as well as number 12.
Well,
Devin
Wilmington
Reed.
quietly went out to 7-point lead here early in the third quarter.
I think the largest of the game has been 9 by Wilmington.
By 9, yep.
Stop him.
Caldwell handed it off to Wagner. No good on the layup. Couldn't get it above the lip.
It was a nice move inside. Just couldn't quite cash in on it.
Bogard kicks it out. He traveled.
Yeah. He was thinking the right thing, but ends up making a turnover with the carry.
Caldwell takes the ball up the court. Stops. Jumper. Good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He broke the pressure there and pulled up, took the jumper.
32-37. Wilmington still in the lead by 5. Bogard to Garrett Scott.
Well, they got a double team in on Jared.
Scott.
Look at Alec Clapson over
Oh,
there.
nice underneath the basket.
Oh,
Couldn't get it to
missed
go.
Yeah. But the big guy came over too quick.
That was a good
Rebounded
pass.
by Wayne. Trice gave it off to Reed. Reed back to Caldwell. Caldwell calling for a screen.
The big guy's floating open inside. You got to watch that. Comes out to set a screen.
Oh, that was charging. 3-pointer good for Caldwell.
Yeah, he ran off his guy with the forearm.
Jared gets fouled.
That's a dangerous play right there, Jaron's part, but he got away with something there.
Number 0, Wagner, charged with the foul. I think that's his first, the team's second of the half.
Well, you know, the refs, they call some ticky-tack stuff, then they let stuff like down to the other end of the court.
I don't
they
understand
let that
it.
go. I
Yeah,
know.
I don't understand it.
First one good.
It definitely looked like he was cleared out with the loose forearm, but the refs didn't see it that way. I don't know. Maybe they've got a little bit different vision so far here in the second half.
Well, we are up in the skybox.
Yeah, but my eyes are 20/20.
Second one good.
Besides that, when I see a big guy like one of the Cumberlands going sprawl on the floor, I got to think that ain't acting.
Well, that's probably true.
39-35, 3:36 left to go in the third. Wayne with possession of the basketball. Good job not fouling there.
Yeah. You don't want
Caldwell pull up jumper again. He's on fire now.
Yeah. He's pulling up
2-point
to take
game.
that open
Wilmington in the
jumper,
lead.
Yeah.
Javen Cumberland gave it off to Garrett Scott. Scott back to Javen. Javen's fouled.
Okay.
Number 0,
Yeah.
Wagner.
Yeah. He's questioning, but I think he did give him a little push. That time the refs did see it.
That's his third.
Well, Wayne is slowly starting to get a little bit in foul trouble, but they have a deep bench, so.
Right. Plenty of sticks of wood there.
Yeah.
Wilmington inbounds underneath their own basket. Scott
Oh, no. That's
hit it off the edge of the backboard.
Yeah, ill-advised pass there. The margin for error there is so small.
Trice to Caldwell. There's the switch. 3-pointer for Caldwell. Good. 1-point lead for Wayne.
Yeah.
40-39.
That's why you have to take advantage of every possession. You can't let a possession go by where you don't get a good shot. There's a drive inside.
Jared off the glass.
Nice
Good.
move, Jared. There you go. Going to the hoop strong.
Caldwell brings the ball up for the Warriors. 41-40. Wilmington. Oh, impossible shot. Good. Javen Cumberland on the other end. 42-41, our score. Wayne in the lead. Jaron Cumberland gives it to Javen Cumberland. Long three. Good! Three-pointer!
Cumberland.
Dial it up and connect, baby. Three-pointer on the other end is good by Reed.
Woo! What's heating up in here?
Let's straight three-pointers. Jaron Cumberland and a foul.
Yeah, block. They called the block. Good call by the ref that time.
The fourth one for Wayne of the half. Foul charged on Reed.
Is starting to see a little bit better here. Well, I'll tell you what, the action's been fast and furious. Wilmington is going to have to make sure that they get good looks every time down the court, because right now Wayne is just absolutely on fire.
They are.
45-44, minute 55 left to go in the third quarter. Wayne in the lead by one.
Oh.
Jaron, step back jumper, no good, air ball.
That's a little bit of a rough shot there.
Caldwell brings the ball up for the Warriors, makes his move. Throws it over, Wagner with the bucket.
You can't let him catch the ball 10 feet from the bucket.
3-point lead, 47-44 for the Warriors. 1:25 left to go, bad pass out of bounds.
Okay, you're about due for a timeout. You better call a timeout, Coach. Get them settled down right here, getting a little ragged.
Yeah, they don't want Wayne to get a big lead here.
3-point lead, and they've turned around from a 5-point deficit to 3-point lead in a heartbeat.
Oh, almost lost the handle on that ball. It's Caldwell for three. No good.
Finally missed.
Rebounded. Wilmington with the basketball. Here goes Javen Cumberland. Three-pointer on the other end. Got it for the tie. 60 seconds to go in the third. 47 all.
Yes, he does.
He does.
He's got ice in his veins.
Yeah, oh yeah. Boy, I tell you what, he's not afraid of anything. He's going to pull up and launch it. And
Reed.
usually hit it. In pressure situations.
Oh, Stewart steals it away.
Here he goes.
Cameron Stewart.
Oh,
with the bucket. Oh, no. They called the foul on the floor.
No. That's continuation. I don't know what's up with that.
They called the foul on the floor.
Yeah, he was off to the races. Boy, I'll tell you what. Wayne caught a break there.
Parker charged with his first to team's
That was
fifth.
a breakaway bucket. It's a nice play any way you look at it. Good hustle there by Mr. Stewart. No, you got too tricky there. Didn't work. Costly turnover.
Reed charged. No, timeout. Oh, it was going to be a foul. 31.2 seconds left to go in the third. 47 all is our score right now. What a game.
Can you get any closer?
You're watching high school basketball on campusnation.com.
8 more minutes of action.
The sports animal.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Here's what I can tell you right now, what I've seen. Wilmington cannot let themselves get carried away on the offensive end with bad shot selection and costly turnovers. When they handle the ball, when they look to go inside, they usually score.
Right. They can't count on Wayne fading like a lot of teams that play Wilmington do.
You can't.
Wayne is not going to fade. They are going to play them tooth and nail right to the last second of this game.
Right.
Much like that team from Kentucky.
And on the other end of the court, Wilmington is going to have to stop the penetration from the guard, because he's basically coming down and then pulling up, taking an easy shot or dumping it off to a wide open guy. You got to double team the ball sometimes because you can't score without the ball. Right, Rick?
That's right.
Okay.
Trice gets the inbound pass for the Warriors. 30 seconds to go. Landers.
Looks like they're going for the last
Gives
shot.
it off.
Yeah, sure. That's good strategy.
Wagner.
Get the last shot and try to go by 2 or 3 points. Good pressure on top.
You got to get busy.
Trice kicks it out. Wagner kicks it out. 3 ball. Good at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was good defense by Wilmington, but they let a guy open, and the center did a nice job finding the open guy over in the wing, and he knocked down the shot. So nothing you can say about that, except that's just good basketball.
Good basketball.
At the end of the third quarter, Wilmington down by 3, 50-47. The scoreboard's wrong.
Scoreboard's wrong again. They've been having trouble over there at that scoreboard operator.
You are watching high school basketball on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. AJ Ganger, Dave Martin, Rick Phillips bringing you all the action here this evening.
And you talk about action.
Yeah.
It's been wall-to-wall action nonstop in this game. I'll tell you what, you just couldn't have a better ball game. Very exciting. And coming down the stretch, like I say, I'm sure you're going to see the coaches tell them, say, hey, guys, take care of the basketball. You cannot be careless with a quarter to go in this tight of a ball game. There's the fans over there. They're rowdy.
Student section.
Yeah, yeah. What do they call the fans over there? Just the cane section, or is it the? There's no special color to them or anything, or not the white out or the red out or the orange out.
Those are what happens at the college.
There's a chicken.
Oh, it's chicken. Oh, we got the chicken down there. Okay, I thought I saw one of Santa or
is
Santa's
that the
helpers
Wilmington
down there.
chicken?
It might be. Is that one of their mascots, the Wilmington chicken?
No chickens.
I don't know. No chickens allowed. Yeah. Well, you got one over there. Looks like he lost his head somewhere along the line.
That's what happens with most of those chickens. They eventually lose their head.
Somebody grabbed his noggin or something.
Wayne begins with the basketball to begin our final quarter of play. Up by 3 points. Bogart steals it. Goes up, gets the rebound, and gets fouled.
Yeah, they called a foul.
Good job by Bogart to be heads up.
Yep, he was in there surrounded too by 3 Wayne guys, but it didn't matter. He was going back up with and drew the foul.
It looked like he was in the forest,
He was. He's fearless, and he's another one of the football players out here on this basketball squad.
That's right.
Tiggs charged with his third, team 6. Bogart hits the first of 2.
And is it true that he's only a freshman?
Yes.
He is only a freshman.
Only a freshman.
A lot of talent on this team. A lot of talent coming up.
A good ball player.
Second one up and good.
Nice play.
Cameron Stewart coming in for Garrett Scott.
That was a big turnaround right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Wayne had the ball. Wilmington steals it and goes down and converts.
Good D.
Killed their Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Mo has been flip-flopping back and forth all game long.
Well, you would expect that with a game like this.
Trice gives it off. Wagner
Don't let him
goes up. No good. The tip is good.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
What happened there?
Not sure.
What they're calling. They may have called Wayne for grabbing the ball after the bucket. I'm not sure, but they might have gave him a warning. It's the only thing I can see. It makes sense.
Bogart bringing it up. Gives it to Miller.
They're not guarding Miller out there.
No, he's out there alone.
Yeah, I know. That's good strategy on Wayne. They figure.
Nice pass to Miller underneath. Gives it back to Stewart. Stewart to Bogart. Stolen away.
Hard pass to handle.
Trice to Wagner. The bucket is good. Javen on the other end. Jumper. Got the 2.
Shot. Javen. Ice in his veins.
54-51, 6:52 left to go in the game.
Good defense.
Reach against Miller.
Against Miller.
He did reach around.
Yeah, he's fighting hard down in there. You give him a lot of credit for trying to play tough defense. That's a hell of an assignment to guard the big guy for Wayne, number 0. Ahmad Wagner.
Wayne inbounds underneath their own bucket. Gets it in. Caldwell. To Trice.
Oh, that's a charge.
Charging.
That's a charge. Yes, it was. Nice job. That was a nice job planting yourself and just staying there and let the action come to you.
That's the first foul against Trice. Team 7th. Wilmington's in the bonus already.
That's a big turnover, though. Here it is.
Bogard, Jaron Cumberland.
Look
over
to
to
go
McPherson.
inside. Look to
To
get a
Javen.
good shot. There's a screen being set out on top, but Miller open.
Stewart for 3.
Off.
It got tipped.
Yeah.
Here goes Caldwell. Kicks it out.
Charge. Another charge. Who is that? Stewart that took the charge.
Wilmington's not going to just let him come
No,
in and take the basket.
Wayne got careless twice. The guys got just a little over aggressive. That's their style, though.
Right? Well,
But it's costing them.
54-51, 6:05 left
Yeah.
to go in
Now,
the game.
Wilmington has got to go down and get himself good shots.
They're playing great defense.
yes, they are.
Dylan Bogard gives it to McPherson. Gives it
Double
to
team. It's a double
Cumberland.
team right away.
Cumberland to Javen. Almost lost it.
Yeah.
Good job picking it back up.
Reset. Try and get yourself isolated one-on-one. He's got a little bit of an opening. Drives inside. That's going to be
Garrett
offense.
Oh, that's a charge over
Yeah.
that way.
That was a bad decision there.
That's his 4th.
Yeah.
Team's 5th.
Yeah, I seen that one coming there. I mean, he's just too anxious to make something happening, and you just can't go in that strong when the guy's got position. 54-51.
Caldwell brings it up, working against Bogard. Timeout, Wayne.
Timeout, yeah. Well, this is smart by Wayne because I can tell you what they're going to do. They're going to say, we got the lead, we got the ball. I want good shots inside. I want our big guy to touch it inside around the free throw line, set your screens out on top. And then if we're covered, flip it out to the wing and take your open jumper. But Wilmington is going to have to double team the ball anytime it gets, in the perimeter. There's just no two ways about it. They cannot handle them in a one-on-one situation down inside. Too much size, too much speed, too much quickness. Double team the ball. And you can see it's paying off at the other end of the court because they're double teaming Jaron every time he touches the ball.
That's true. Yeah.
Action here tonight, Wilmington, Ohio. We hope everybody's been enjoying the broadcast. We've sure been enjoying bringing it to you.
Oh, yeah.
LiveCampusNation.com. Rick Phillips, the head honcho, sitting over here without his glasses tonight, but he's got the screen right up about 6 inches away so he can see all the action. AJ making all the play-by-play calls, doing a great job tonight. And how's our camera girl doing? She got the thumbs up. Okay. Hey, if you enjoyed everything, be sure there's a lot more action coming this year on CampusNation.com. Tell your friends, family, neighbors.
Well, even leave a comment. If you log into our
Sure.
site and leave a comment.
Just got to be PG-13.
That's right. We'd be
Rick
anxious.
approve it.
Right, we'd be anxious to see some of the comments.
Sure.
Here we go. Wayne with the ball. Wagner gets the inbound pass. Gives it back out. Caldwell. Back to Wagner.
Caught it up high, but good defensive pressure.
Bogart got nailed in the nose.
Uh-oh. Big guys floating loose.
Three-pointer. No good.
Fight for the ball.
Rebounded by Wagner, but there's a foul. No, Bogart's bleeding.
Is he? I didn't see. Did he catch an elbow?
Oh. He's bleeding bad.
Okay, we got an injury over there on the court.
Somebody, he caught something.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Rick, did you happen to see what happened over there?
Should we go back to the replay?
Well, we don't have the replay capabilities right now.
No,
but
we do have the software to do it.
Yeah.
We just haven't instituted it yet. Eventually, we'll be going to 3 cameras. We'll
Okay.
be able to do transitions. We'll be able to have overlays. We'll be able to do all kinds of great
And
things with our software.
eventually we hope to have even some paydays for the hard-working crew.
What's a payday?
Hopefully, I know what's a payday. That's a loan place where the shysters
no,
charge you
that-
500% interest.
That's a candy bar, isn't it?
The payday. Okay, that's a different category. The lob inside, knocked away. Go for it, Miller.
Oh, Miller almost got it.
Oh, good hustle. Nice hustle by Mr. Miller, number 10. Good job. Wayne got careless, but it didn't result in a turnover. But
Participation in this evening's Split the Pot. Lady Hurricane, appreciate your help.
Now they got to take it all the way back up to court. 5 minutes to go, 54-51. Wayne with the 3-point lead. Trice with the basketball. Gives it off to Wagner. Wagner back to Trice.
just looking to
working.
get it inside. The spin move.
No good.
Good fight. They couldn't get the rebound.
Rebound by Williams, who gets his own rebound, but a foul. Wow.
Did he? It looks like Scott got it clean. I don't know about that.
Garrett Scott.
Yeah, they called him for the foul, but I think he did a pretty good job picking their pocket.
It's only Scott's second, the team's
the problem you
sixth.
have is when you have a situation like that, Wayne's just got so many leapers and tall athletes out there. It's very, very tough to defend against that when you get loose ball rebounds.
First one good by Williams.
That's definitely one of their strengths. It's very tough in a situation like that to get a good block-out position. The action's just too fast.
Second one for Williams. Up. Good. 5-point lead for Wayne, 56-51. Bogard back in the ball game with a bandage on his face now. Almost tripped and fell. Gets it in. Jaron goes up. Oh, man.
Nice play by Jaron. Looks like he had some contact there, too. But the refs didn't call it.
You got to call it both ways.
Yeah, right.
Caldwell brings the ball up for Wayne. Oh, he almost fell.
Oh,
he fell.
That's a travel.
Timeout. Wayne.
What they call a timeout. I'll tell you what. He's using his left arm to clear him out. There's no question about that, but the refs aren't calling it. You know, if you're a smart player, hey, whatever the refs give you, that's what you're going to take.
Well, I mean, you know, there is certain advantages to being defending state champion.
Yeah.
You know, you do enjoy occasionally a call that might go your way that wouldn't have.
That's true. That's true. Of course, this is the home court of the Wilmington Canes, and I
don't
know.
actually
referees
know.
might have to make a quick getaway if they keep making too many of those calls.
Yeah, I don't actually know who supplies the refs and what conference they would be from, or they're a mix of conferences or whatever.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association supplies the referees.
Well, overall, I'd have to say the referees have done a good job. It's just I think in my 2020 vision, I've seen them miss a few.
And that happens during any game.
That's right. That's exactly right. So there's no quitting either one of these teams. Wilmington surely's not going to wilt.
After the timeout, here we go. Inbound pass. Caldwell handed off to Trice. Trice got a screen.
Looking to give and go. There it is. Oh,
and a charge.
That's
a charge on Wagner. Good job by Miller to take that charge.
Exactly right. He held his position and made the man go over him. And the refs got it right. They must be listening. They must have an earplug or something and listening to the commentary up here.
They may be watching us on their smartphones.
Well, I don't know.
Or maybe have a smart watch.
Okay.
3:50 left to go. 56-53. Wayne with a 3-point lead.
Nice pass inside, but Miller pulls it back out.
Back over to Stewart. You hear the oohs and the ahs.
Oh, yeah.
David.
One of the Cumberlands.
The crowd is into this, that's for sure.
Jaron Cumberland inside. Alex Miller gets it this time. Off the glass.
What a pass. And nice job catching that pass by Miller.
56-55.
Wide open.
Wagner gives it off. 1-point game, 56-55. Wayne with the lead. 3:15 to go.
Oh, here's a drive inside out to...
Oh, Trice thought about the three.
Yeah.
Caldwell on top, kicks it back out. Another three.
Wilmington defense looks a little bit better right now. Stop him. Oh,
Trice, bad pass. They kick out. Oh, my goodness. How do they keep the ball in bounds?
The refs let him get away with one there. Traveling call by the big guy.
You know, it's
All
a
Williams.
shame. I know this has been said a few times before, but it's a shame that one team has to win this game and one team has to lose this game.
That's right.
It's been a great game. Just as we expected.
That's exactly right. We've talked about it all week leading up to this.
Bogard brings the ball up, gives to Jaron Cumberland. Wilmington.
Alex Miller! Nice play by Jared Cumberland.
Wilmington
Outside.
reclaims the lead.
That's his all-around game.
Two-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Miller.
Nice
Gets it to
play by
Jamin.
Miller.
Here goes Jamin Cumberland to Jared Cumberland.
Okay, get a good shot. Oh, nice.
He's going to go to the lane.
Oh,
and a foul.
Yeah.
On Wagner, 2 shots upcoming for Jaron Cumberland.
Now that's playing under control. He went strong, but he knew where the angle was, and he knew to draw the foul.
I don't know how you can not be on the edge of your seat if you're at home watching this game, because everybody here hasn't really sat down in a very long time.
The excitement is palpable.
What a ball game tonight.
2 shots for Jaron Cumberland. The 4th foul charged to Wagner. First one is no good.
Jared.
Very few times.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of these free throws. They're very important here down the stretch.
Second one. That one's good.
Yeah, that's good.
58-56, 2:09 left to go.
Good pressure down court.
Oh! Stewart gets called for the foul. We'll have a 1-and-1.
Yeah, I hate to say it. You don't want to make a foul down there in that situation. You're, 90 feet away from the other team's bucket. That now they're going to go down there and get to shoot free throws.
So, 1-and-1 for number 22, Trice.
Yeah. Well, let's see what Wilmington can do.
First one is up and no
Rack
good. He
no
couldn't
good.
hit the front end. Oh, Stewart was wide open down the court.
That time it worked to Wilmington's advantage with the missed free throw.
Dylan Bogart brings it up, 2 minutes to play. Jaron Cumberland.
Double team out on top, Jared.
Oh, he dribbled right through it.
Yeah.
He went through that.
Another double team or
trap.
a double team.
He went through the trap like he was Superman. Cameron Stewart back to Jaron Cumberland, a minute 45. It's crunch time, baby.
You're out there hacking at him.
Javen tried to go inside. Miller stops it. Miller dribbles through.
Nice save by Miller.
Minute 30. That one is a foul.
Call a foul on him.
A 2-shot foul upcoming for Jared Cumberland. And the crowd is on their feet.
Yeah. That was a good call by the refs. He went slapping from behind. He was beaten to the bucket. Reached out to try to grab him, and he slapped at him. The ref was right there and called it.
30-second timeout on the floor, I believe, taken by the Warriors. 58-56. 2 free throws getting ready to come up because there's a foul out by number 20, Williams. He just fouled out.
Hey, now we can't say enough here for Alex Miller. His hustle here in the last quarter defensively and his alertness being open to catch those passes and score those layups, it's been outstanding. Alex Miller, a 6'4" junior forward.
Right. And
you guys think college basketball is exciting? This is what high school basketball is all about. A Saturday night between a number 2 and a number 3 coming down to the wire. Minute 28 left to go, and you can only see it live on campusnation.com.
The sports animal.
Hey, you got that down, Dave.
All right, Cumberland, 2 foul shots. First one, good. The next one will make it a 2-possession game. They were running clock that last possession. They did a very good job dribbling around.
With Wayne's pressure defense to run the clock.
Second one up. No good.
No.
59-56, 3-point game.
There's 2 points they've left on the table.
Yeah, we hope they don't have to look back and think.
Here we go. Trice dribbling. And he lost the ball.
Jump ball.
Jump ball. Wilmington basketball.
Yeah.
Now, what does the Wayne coach seem to be saying?
I don't know. That was a good call. It was jump ball. Wilmington guy just lost control of it.
I mean, the Wayne guy.
Or the Wayne, yeah,
he
excuse
slipped.
me. The Wayne guy. And Wilmington was right there and pounced right on top of it. Who was that, Stewart?
You're going to see some intense pressure on the part of the Warriors right now.
Well, I can tell you that they're going to go for steals, but they're going to foul too. So Wilmington is going to have to make their free throws coming down the stretch.
Right. This is all going to be essential.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a single person that has left this jam-packed, sold-out arena tonight.
Break the pressure.
There was a kick, but Javen controls it. He's going to drive, give it out to Stewart. Stewart to Javen. Under 60 seconds to go. Jalen! They call a charge.
Good decision that time by Jared. He avoided the contact. It made him maybe miss the shot, but he drew the foul. And he's going to get 2 free throws. Now he's just got to convert.
No, it's a charge.
No.
Yeah, they called a charge.
A standing ovation for Cumberland, who was just fouled out. A standing O for him.
Man, I can't believe that.
This entire arena is standing up.
I don't agree with that call at all because it looked like he avoided the contact, cutting on over. Oh, yeah.
56.6. Wilmington.
That's a big call. That's a big call.
Three-point lead.
Turnaround.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming down.
Trice dribbles up the court. Jumper.
No good.
No good. Oh, and a foul. A foul on Wayne. A foul on Wayne.
No bucket.
Number 11. Caldwell, I believe. Wait.
No, wait, what are they doing? What's he standing down here on the court for? I don't know what the Wayne guy thinks he's doing. He's standing down there like he's going to shoot free throws.
That was called on Wayne.
That's what I thought you said. What are they calling? Well, I guess they called it on Wilmington.
So a 1-and-1 upcoming for Wayne.
They called the Wilmington player. It might have been Miller for a hold. Boy, a couple big calls down the stretch. One against Wilmington.
Yeah, very questionable at best.
Two big calls that have went against Wilmington down the stretch here. Fans are rumbling.
1-and-1. Front end. No good. No good. And a foul.
Yeah.
On Wayne.
Yeah. Fouling there on Wayne.
I was waiting for him to call it on Wilmington again.
No.
Trey Landers charged with the foul. McPherson, I think, will be shooting 2 shots.
Yeah.
41.1. These are big free throws.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Still a one-possession game, 59-56. What a ball game this evening, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
2 big calls, one against Wilmington, but they're holding their composure so far, and their big man sitting on the bench, having gotten 5 fouls.
First shot for McPherson is good.
Good.
2-possession game.
That's big. That's big, Rick. He needed to hit 1 out of 2. He needs to really get them both. We know Wayne's got 3-point capability.
Oh, no question about it. Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
Second one is up. No good. Rebound. Rebound by Bogart. And he's fouled. And he'll go and shoot 2. Woo! Oh, my Lanta.
Well, the basketball gods are maybe trying to even things up a little bit. Wilmington caught a major league break there.
Wilmington is playing like a state championship team tonight.
No question. No question about it.
First free throw for Bogard.
Oh. Man.
38.1 seconds remaining. Wayne's only got 1 timeout left. Wilmington's got 4.
That could be a factor. Well, 38 seconds.
No, I probably won't.
Next one for Bogart is good. 61-56.
Now, no cheap fouls. Make them earn their shots.
And no good! But they get the rebound and a foul. And he couldn't make the bucket. Wow.
Yeah, that was big.
Miller
Well, they let the Wayne
Miller's
guy
fouled
penetrate.
out.
They let the Wayne guy penetrate too close to the
Second
bucket.
Wilmington player fouled out, Miller.
Alex Miller fouls out.
(61-56) here in Wilmington. Alex Miller, what a ball game tonight.
Yeah. Great ball game for the
Great
junior.
effort.
61-56, 29.6 seconds remaining in this ball game. And is it a 1-and-1 or no, it's a 2-shot foul coming for Wagner.
Listen to the fans.
First one is up. No good! Wayne has not been able to make the free ones down the stretch.
Well, Wilmington's going to have the advantage because they're going to have possession of the ball. It's just a question if they can either try to run out the clock or get back to the free throw line.
Second one is good. 61-57. And there's the foul.
Yeah, that's foul. That's going to be 2 shots down there.
Foul charge to Reed.
It doesn't take a lot of time off the clock. That's the only problem.
But it was smart by Wayne to foul. That's just the second one charged to Reed. Cumberland will be shooting 2 shots. First one. Got it.
Oh, ice in his veins. I've been telling you that all night, Rick. Rick won't listen to me.
I know.
A 5-point game.
I can't acknowledge just how good this team is. I don't want to sound partial.
Well, don't be like a homer. Just because you live right here in their backyard. That's not right.
We're a Wilmington broadcast team. Remember that.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, we are. That's why we're on the Wilmington
Second
channel.
one. Good.
Those shots are good.
Timeout. 30 seconds. Wilmington. 63-57. What a ball game.
Okay, you know what the strategy is going to be. Wayne's saying right now, hey, guys, we either need a quick bucket inside or we got to get our threes. 2 threes, 2 possessions, you can tie up the ball game.
Yeah, they're not going to try to go for just 2 points here. They're probably going to have to hit a 3.
Yeah, if they get a quick hitter, they'll take it.
And then they'll foul quick.
And then they're foul. Otherwise, they're going to look for them to start launching from 3-point land. They've got the shooters can do it.
The main thing is when we inbound, it needs to be in Cumberland's hands.
That's right. Yeah. Wilmington's got to know they've got plenty of timeouts. If you get trapped or if you get in anything in a hairy situation, you got a timeout. You can use that to your advantage. But I would say keep the ball in the Iceman's hands. Mr.
Right.
Cumberland.
Ice water in his veins,
That's
as you
right.
say, Dave.
That's right.
A very long week for the Wilmington boys team is about 27 seconds away
They've played a lot of games in a very
from
short
being
period of time.
over, but for being the most fulfilling.
Right.
Yeah. Anything can happen here at the end of the game. Quick inbound, down court, pressure.
Three-pointer.
Long three-pointer.
Got it.
Got it. God. What an outstanding shot.
Wayne's going to take their final timeout.
That's it.
Wow, that was a tough shot.
That was ice water in his veins,
yeah,
too.
over in the corner, kind of like fading away. It was good defensive pressure. I mean, the defensive man was
Wilmington
right
didn't
there
do
on
anything
him.
wrong. Yeah.
No,
Good job by Caldwell.
outstanding defensive pressure. But,
63-60 now.
when a shooter's got it, he's got it.
You're watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com. The sports animal,
Yeah.
AJ Ganger, alongside Dave Martin, Rick Phillips. We bring you all the high school and college games we can only on CampusNation.com. The sports animal.
That sounds like who was the dog?
somebody
Scooby-Doo?
in heat.
That
Yeah.
sounds like Scooby-Doo.
Ruby snack?
Here we go. Okay, well, let's see what the strategy is going to be for Wayne because they got 2 options.
I think
I
Wayne-
would say they're going to go for the steal.
Well, they'll try to put pressure on
Yeah.
for a turnover, but
Yeah.
they will go for a steal if there's very much time that clicks off the clock.
Yeah, they got to go for the quick foul, but they'll probably spend at least 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds trying to get them a steal because they've got such good, outstanding defenders.
Right. They'll steal, and then they'll have a guy,
Well-
in a three-point position to try to hit that three.
Yeah.
Everybody on the far side is not sitting down. They're all standing up watching this game.
21 seconds to go.
Wow, 21 ticks.
First thing Wilmington's got to do is they got to get the ball in. They can run the court underneath there. He doesn't have to stay in one position.
Unfortunately,
he can
Wilmington
run
does
the
have those
baseline.
4 timeouts.
3.
Oh, 3 now. All right, here we go.
They're adding time, I think, back on the clock.
21 seconds.
They're down there talking to him.
Well, they're not reviewing whether it was a 3 or not, are they?
No, I don't think so.
They can't do that in high school ball?
No, they don't review in high school. I don't even know how they would figure the seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say the official timer down there, he's got his hand on the trigger.
21.6.
They gave him 0.6 of a second. Oh,
right.
wow.
Well, they must have those watches that record everything.
Wilmington inbounding the ball.
Got to get it in. Timeout.
Wilmington takes a timeout.
Yeah. Well, the problem there is Wilmington had their guys clear over at half court. You're too far away from your guy. You got to have 1 or 2 stacked up down inside. You don't want to have to make a 15 or 20-foot pass the ball 5 feet to inbound. Now, Wilmington should still be able to run that baseline. That's another thing you can do to try to help yourself out. You don't want to find yourself underneath the bucket trying to make an inbound because you got a chance of hitting the backboard. So you want to have yourself in an open position right there. I'm sure Wilmington has worked on some inbound plays throughout the year. They've got to pull something out of their pocket here. Usually something that works good is you have 3 guys lined up and you have 1 guy left, 1 guy right, and 1 guy going deep, and then pull up your other guy.
Well, and that is a possibility. I hope they wouldn't, try to make some errant pass down the floor. They really need to just take their time and break a guy loose and get this ball in and force Wayne to foul.
That's right.
Make sure whoever you get it into, hopefully, will be someone that has some ice water in their veins, Dave.
That's right.
I know Noelle has ice water in her veins.
Well, that's because she's.
Oh, no, wait a minute. That's green.
That's because she's
green
so
tea.
cold.
No, that's green tea.
Here we go, Rick. Back to the action.
All right. Here we go. We're going to inbound the basketball. He gets it in, but it's knocked out of bounds. Cumberland was shoved.
Yeah, it looked like he might have got a little bit of extra push right there.
I think he's bleeding too.
Everybody's quiet right now. Looks like he's going
tough
to be
if
okay.
He has to come out.
No, that's a crucial error with the turnover.
So what have we got? More discussion?
Better get someone over there that might get hit with a technical for delaying.
Yeah, there's Wayne. He's going to inbound it.
3-point game. Wayne with the ball. Stewart. Oh, man. Stewart almost stole that one away.
Good
15 seconds left. 3-pointer. No good. McPherson with the rebound. Gives it to Jamin. Throws it up to Stewart. Stewart. Wilmington wins it. Wilmington wins. Yes. Yes. The Hurricane win it. Oh, my Atlanta 65. Woo. Woo.
65-60 the final. Wilmington Hurricane with the victory.
My goodness.
What a ball game.
I don't think any of the fans are disappointed.
Oh, no. Woo. What a ball game. You've seen it live here tonight. CampusNation.com. And the teams are over there right now shaking hands. And let's put them down there. Yeah, good sportsmanship all the way around. There they go.
That's right. And this
down
Warrior
there.
team were absolutely warriors. I know they're disappointed, but they had a fantastic game tonight.
Yeah. What a ball game. I'll tell you what. And give Wilmington a lot of credit because they had to overcome an awful lot tonight with their star fouling out of the game.
Yeah, well, just remember this. It's You're probably looking at Wilmington being the number 1 seed from this area. It's possible that another team might get a seed above Wilmington, but I seriously doubt it. And I'll imagine Wayne could be the number 2 seed.
And there's an award handed out to, here comes the award.
Is that Mr. Icewater?
J-Bone, yeah, the Iceman's coming out here picking up his trophy. Well deserved. What a ball game from him tonight.
It's been a great tournament tonight. It was everything that we expected it to be, particularly with the nightcap game. You got the number 2 team in the state of Ohio playing the number 3 team, and no one left this arena disappointed in this being one of the greatest basketball games as far as high school that they've ever seen.
The fans are giving a standing ovation in here. Well, I'll tell you what, it'll take a while for this place to clear out. I mean, look at them. They are just packed in like sardines. I'll give you another little shot right here. People
hey, Dave, are you licensed to operate a camera?
Oh, yeah. Here they come.
That is a union job there.
Get the, there it is. That's a student section out there greeting their heroes. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Wow.
If there were goalposts, they'd be down about now.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a happy situation this week. Well, I'll tell you what, Rick, this has been a tough week for Wilmington. They played how many games this week?
Well, they played
Monday night,
and they played Monday night, they played Friday night, and obviously they played tonight. Last week they played four games in like 5 nights.
Yeah.
They've had a tough schedule, but they are up to it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's see if we can get a shot here on our almost famous crew.
Our next Wilmington boys high school basketball game will be February the 10th when they host East Clinton. The Astros will be in on the 10th. That game will be a night game, 7:15 for our pregame and 7:30.
She's getting the camera on us. Yeah, go ahead and pull. You got to get our pretty smiling face here on there for the fans so we can say hi, and we'll give a wrap up. AJ's already ran downstairs.
He's getting the stats.
Yeah, he's getting the stats. You got us in the shot now, huh? We good? Looking good?
Who's prettier?
There's one guy here that's talk radio rock star, but we won't get into all that. Boy, I'll tell you what, hey, it was an exciting night of action. Oh, yeah, even AJ heard that. Yeah. AJ's coming in with the stats.
I've got to put my head over to the side so Dave's head will fit in the picture.
Want to fit into the picture. That's exactly right. So anyhow, let's give a wrap-up tonight because we had an exciting first ball game.
Let me get in my main man here, AJ.
Okay.
AJ will give us
the
a wrap-up.
Get the mic.
Oh, man.
We're in tight quarters, folks.
I'll tell you what, right now I've got no voice.
Okay, well, just keep it low profile.
All right, final statistics. For Wayne with 24 points, leading scorer Roderick Caldwell. With 13 points, we had Wagner. With 6 points, Trey Landers. With 7 points, Trice. They shot 47.7% from the field, 52% lights out in that second half.
Yeah.
They shot 43.8% from three-point land and only 57.9% from the free throw line, which is probably one of the big reasons why they did not win.
That's not loud.
Now, the leading scorer for Wilmington, the MVP for Wilmington, with 32 points, Javen Cumberland.
Iceman.
13 of 15 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc tonight. Jaron Cumberland finished with 18 points.
Yeah.
With 5 points, Garrett Scott, 4 points, Alex Miller. Wilmington shot an impressive 63% from the field that second half, 50% from three-point land. They shot a total of 53.8% from the field and 41.7% from three-point land. They had 17 turnovers. Wayne had 20 turnovers. And Wilmington pulls out the victory 65-60 over the number 3 team in the state, who has beaten the number 1 team in the country, the number 1 team in the state.
So what does that say about Wilmington?
Wilmington should be the number 1 team in the state come Tuesday.
Well, yeah. I don't know whether they'll be number 1, but one thing I can tell you is this Wilmington team will not take a backseat to anyone. They've got an awful lot of grit. They're very well coached. They've got a nice bench. And when they play within themselves, like they did at big stretches tonight, you see that they're a load for anybody to handle. It's just a question occasionally them trying to do a little too much, and that's any good team.
And they've got the greatest fans in the state.
Yeah.
They got the greatest fans
what a turnout,
in the state.
And they even got a couple pretty ones I saw. Did you see that down there, Rick? Were you paying attention? Yeah. Nah, I'm not talking about you. You're part of the crew, brother.
I'm not considered pretty. Is that it?
So anyhow, yeah. So I guess what else can we say to sum things up? Just that we've been very happy to bring you all the action tonight. I mean, it's been a pleasure to be here tonight.
This was our third and final game of the entire week. We get 3 days off. I mean, and what a way to end it with such a great game like this, 65-60. Wilmington improving to 17-1. Wayne goes to 14-3. I mean, what a way to end a week where we had 9-10 games to broadcast in 7 days. I mean, it's just been awesome to bring all this. Everybody watching out there, we appreciate all your views. We appreciate all of your comments. Keep coming on Campus Nation. Keep watching our stuff because the sports animal is only going to get bigger from here.
And remember, we've got the archive. It'll be available sometime early this morning. I've got a college game to archive as well, but we will archive the game, and it will probably be the most watched game in the next few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the internet.
Let everybody know that you can always come back to the site anytime, watch it 24/7, and tell your friends about it. This is a game that's worthwhile to sit down in front of the computer and watch it for an hour and a half or 2 hours, however long it was. So.
Hey, we might even record this, burn it to DVD, and do a little sales there.
Okay, so anyhow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching high school basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger. That's Dave Martin. That's Rick Phillips. Thank you, everybody who watched tonight. Have a great evening. Thanks to Noel on the camera.